Hey, hey, hey. How is everyone doing today? Metaphysical Mama here. Welcome, welcome if it's your first time hanging out with me. And absolutely welcome back if you are revisiting. So happy to have you here. We're just going to settle in for a minute and allow the energies to kind of unite with us so we get some clear messages. So today's November 2nd. It's Tuesday, presently. Happy belated Halloweeny. Still Halloween, right? All Hallows Eve. Right? Like our Father who does art in heaven. Hallowed be thy name. And yesterday we had All Saints Day. So I've been getting lots super downloads. I don't know if I'm going to be able to, verbalize and reiterate them all, because if you're a spiritual nutty channeler like I am, or a medium, or however you want to label, yeah, we've been getting some super downloads last few days. I know I've been exhausted. Like this whole past week, I've just been like a fairy hit me on my head with the wand, like, go to sleep. I've had just so, like, my eyes, my physical eyes have been on fire as I'm lighting some Palo Santo. And yeah, my third eye is like, when we take in so much information, we are downloading and upgrading. It's very exhausting on the spiritual body, and right, we're ridding, it's like a flood, we're getting flooded with information. So it really super guys is important that you honor yourself, right? To thine own self be true. So when you're tired, because we're going through a lot of transitions, right? If you rather want to call this ascension, evolution, right? Metamorphosing, death and rebirth, the end of times, right? How old are you? What age are you? Or are we entering an age, right? Perception is huge on how we feel and how we vibrate. It doesn't have to be 100% fact, right? That's the way, right? No, that's Yahweh. We're not worshipers of Yahweh in that manner, right? Like I with the word I'm using, like, right, having respect for one another and being able to be, right, have a sense, another sense, right? A sense of humor rather than allowing ourselves to get too caught up, right, in the net, in, right, fear, false evidence appearing real. Are you going to let Harad steal your inner Christ child from inside, from allowing that, right, to light up like this candle? Are you going to just let your devil, other devils program you, 414, as I said that, and run you around their program, their narrative, what they say? You're going to allow that to be the producer of your energy? Is that what you're saying? I hope not. Come on. We all need to really seriously, I mean, like, look at all the stuff going on in the world right now. It's very important that we do not carry that fear. As I'm reading, I'm talking and I'm looking at the moon that I'm about to read about in Libra. Do not be afraid to be who you really are, and that's what, right? It's like, despite what is expected of you. So when we feel, oh my gosh, because this is what's going on, this is what they said. Well, who the fuck is they? Are you talking about the pre-scripted, right? Prescription narrative that the archons have anchored in the media, right? That word archon, if you flip around the letters, scramble them around, also spells anchor, right? A boat has an anchor, right? And there's a lot of different Jesuses, Jesuses, right? And Jesus is a fisher of men. But if you don't, there's so many different pieces of the puzzle here, right? So swimming in the ocean, right? Dead Man's Sea, full of all of our emotions, because most of us have been caught up in a wave, right? Caught or in the undertow, right? Mitosis. Mitosis. That always comes up, and I always forget what exactly that means. Something with it. I'll look that up real quick too. Mitosis. 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 Get off mitosis. Cis star systems, right? Like I said, we're really getting deep today. So playing with words, etymology, and the vibration and the form that they develop when we say or think them, right? Vibration creates form. 636. That's 944. Right? So vibration creates form. Thoughts are things, food for thought. So, right, swallow your words, swallow your tongue, etc. Those sayings, those terms of words are also like a spell, right? Those are spells. We spell words when we say them in sentences or in plural form, right? Even just one word is a spell, right? Be, live, love, right? Or there's other words being spit out, right? Regurgitated, right? Prescribed prescriptions, quack, quack, quack. And there's ancient stories too. Remember, duck, duck, goose. And who stole the goose that lays the golden eggs, right? That big giant, Jack and the Beanstalk. I have one of my angelic friends that has asked me more than once, who fucked a bean? I don't even know what the fuck he's talking about. Like, what the fuck is a bean? It's a human. I had no idea. I'm like, what the fuck is a bean? Holy Lord. So the giant stole the golden goose that lays the golden eggs, right? And brought it up into the clouds, right? iCloud. Isn't that where heaven's at? Up in the clouds, people, right? The perception. But what goes up must come down, right? Gravity. And how is gravity formed or created? Gravity can feel like a constriction, right? We can be confined within the magnets. That's how gravity is created, right? You have to be pretty much stuck in between two magnets in order to, right, not fly away out into outer space. Excuse me. Where are we at, Spirit? So please like, subscribe, and ding the little belly bell, and comment and share, and check out some other videos I posted. I know that they're quite long. Fling through a few of them. Catch one that catches your eye or resonates. Everything's about vibration here. So as it says in all the descriptions, kindly take what resonates and leave the rest. The more we as a people are able to practice that, is 947 and 947. As a people, to acknowledge, right, negative things we're thinking and feeling, and allow more fruit to be bared, right? Allow more thoughts to develop, 10:10, and allow our feelings to subside, right? Eve is supposed to remain at the side of Adam. Are you not a man of God? Even if you're a female biologically, or a multi, right? You could be a hermit, right? Have both, whatever, however you were born or however you are, whatever's true to you inside, you're you. You're right. When you close your eyes, how do you feel inside? That's who and where you are. And we walk around in our physical body, but where are we that makes us an individual light being, an individual light of God, right? God wrote our name on our hearts. Our constitution is written on our hearts. That's why in the Bible it's like I will let no man 11:11, right? Direct. I don't know the proper wording. What's that saying in the Bible? But what, right? I shall worship no idols. So allowing another outside source, a man, another person's words, right, or conflictions to dictate our way, that is a big sin in itself. Whether it's a sheep following a shepherd out of fear, or following, right, Malach and Baal out of idolatry, worship, and fucking up the meaning of lust with love, or just not giving a fuck. Either way. Whatever, scrubs. I don't want no scrub. Scrub is a guy that can't get no love from me. Right? But they get love too. I mean, again, you know, everybody needs love. But just know that, right, we're creating boundaries and distance in between what is false light and what appears to have some kind of shit together, right? And keys to the street, and may look and appear, right, either scary or like it knows more, etc. Right? Our atoms all have cellular data memory. So don't get fucking clouded up and stuck in the mist and the fog of the fucking bullshit that keeps virally being thrown out in order to catch fish. Know what I'm saying? Pisceans, get the fuck out of there. Get the fuck out of here. We all swim like one big fish, and we're swimming up and out of the fucking depths of our emotional upheavals that have kept us caught under, right? Understanding, under the wave of knowledge, because we want to allow our knowledge to grow into wisdom. Knowledge is power. It can light things, but what are we doing with that knowledge? Where are we directing and allowing that knowledge to build up? Where are we stockpiling it? Where are we sharing it? Where are we allowing it to flow, and where are we blocking it? And where are we holding on to it and making it be something solid instead of fluid? Where are we trying to hold on to control? Because knowledge is power, okay? But in order to have balance and control of said power, one has to come from 1414, the center, true north, the heart intelligence. The heart intelligence is way higher than any other system that we are part of. Right? That's where our will to live is developed. Your will, not in your human heart, 1441, in the heart chakra, where the torus field, the electromagnetic field of the earth, is grown and born. And how did that get there? Where does matter, energy, and light come from? That's Father, Son, and say Holy Ghost, not Holy Spirit. Those things need Holy Spirit in order to have existence. Right? And there's many different forms of energy, and the way, right? The ways, right? There's a scale or a direction, right? Think in terms of energy, the way energy can flow, the waves, the way the waves can flow, the currents, right? Emotion is one energy in motion, right? Our emotions. And the only thing that's constant is change, right? Is energy in perpetual motion. That's why they say nothing ever truly dies. It just transforms. It continues moving, 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 right? When a physical body dies, we see the spirit leave the body. We witness that there's no longer a spirit within that vessel. It's now dead. Or is it? Or is it? The physical body's dead. And what does that mean? Happy Halloween. I keep hearing messages where the dead are rising. I don't know what the fuck, truly, like in my, I don't know what that means as far as like, right? I just know that, yeah, we're raising the dead, as far as we're not allowing our inner child to remain hidden and scared and crouched in a corner of the universe, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This universe is only 3% human, right? So it's like the hand, the elbow, and the shoulder. If you crook that to the side, right? You have your elbow like uncle. That's where we're at in the galaxy. It's like, sit in a fucking corner, bitches. Or we've all been in this corner of the galaxy because we've been a hidden garden in the multiverse. And so that our seeds were not fucked with, we were hidden and protected. But now it's time to rise, babies. It's like ding dong, the witch is dead in Munchkin Land. Remember in Wizard of Oz, and all the munchkins come out? And I used to do ballet when I was little and stuff, and we did that, a dance for that. And I'll never forget that. I loved that part when we were all the little munchkins running out, waking up. And that song, it still rings in my head, right? Rub your eyes, get out of bed. Ding dong, the witch is dead. But we have to kill that witch in which we stand, in which we are allowing ourselves to be controlled by the devil, right? The Satan, the Antichrist. You can't do it. You're not good enough. Right? When we're put in fear, there's a storm going on outside. No man is safe from. You can run, but you can't hide forever. The quiet storm. We need to be the eye of the storm. If you get swept up in the waves, or swept up in the currents, or swept up in the fucking viral fog and bullshit, the shit storm that they keep throwing out, right? Verbal vomit out the mouth. There's 2 holes in the body that shit comes out of, right? Sorry to be so graphic. My father's a plumber. And you know what else? Actually, speaking of metaphysical terms and shit that goes on, when shit goes on in our life, look deeper. It sounds silly. It sounds like, oh, you're looking too deeper. Oh, you're right. Da, da, da. Really? Really? It says everywhere, don't judge a book by its cover. So shouldn't we look deeper? If you don't look in the layers of the pages and allow the words, one word, to form into multiple meanings, then not what good are you, but like, well, what the fuck good are you? What are you doing? What are you doing here? You just want to buy and sell information and trade it and walk around and appear as if you know what the fuck you're talking about, and you want to just spread shit too? Or do you want to actually do your fucking work, right? Faith without works is dead, and work without faith is dead. And please forgive my figures of speech under the fig tree. Listen, Spirit also, I'm not going to apologize. Spirit fucking swears. Stop feeling bad and fucking apologizing for being you. This is part of what we're here to do. We were born for this shit, which is also written in the description, right? So be you. If you're not being you, right? Like the thumbnail that's up there, that's like Adam and Eve coming to the wall. Is Adam and Eve ready for their heart to be weighed against the feather of truth? Your heart has to be lighter than this feather. Does that mean you need to know everything? Or does that mean you just need to have faith and trust and like acknowledge where you're at right the fuck now? It's like I've made mistakes. And what's a mistake? Does that make you bad? Or does that make you one of God's children that's here and that sometimes falls? Because Earth is a school. Earth is called a school to the rest of the galaxy. The Earth plane. It's for our souls to develop and grow into the multi-dimensional, divine, fucking amazing beings that we already are, but we are given time and space and all these beautiful things so that we're able to develop. It's like, right, a negative is like a picture. Is it bad, or does it take a while in a dark room for a picture to develop in the solution, and then it needs to be hung, right? Hangman. So is the hangman hanging because he's being killed and murdered, or is he being hung until he can develop? How many years does it take a light year to develop? Right? A light year is the terms that we speak. That's star language. Light years. We are stars. How many light years did it take for you to develop into a physical human being that you are right now, standing and listening to my verbal vomit coming out of my physical devil mouth? Because once we use our words with our mouth, we're talking devil's language, right? Adam made the word. Adam didn't make the word. Adam, well, yeah, invented words, names to label and name things. Isn't that the devil's book? The living book? Have you ever heard of that? It's called look that up too. It's the devil's book. It's called the devil's book. They say it's made of human skin. Are we not made of human skin? Walking around, talking, learning, and right? Walking, balking. Walking, talking, books of life. Brock. What came first, the chicken or the egg? And that's something super important too. So, well, let me just share it. Right? Okay, cool. Wait, over the weekend, today's Tuesday. Over the weekend, so much stuff happened metaphysically, right? First of all, I was going to say, right, so the throne in my el baño, in my bathroom, yesterday I went to go flush the toilet and the handle broke. The chain broke inside the tank. Okay. Now, a lot of time, right, we sit. How many times do you sit on the throne a day? The porcelain throne. And I'm gonna get a little graphic, metaphysical here, okay? So there's other terms of, right, speech and what have you, saying, right, like come from say Satan's ass or God's ass, right? Now, shit, right, creates a fertile land. We use manure, right, to mix with our soil so that our garden grows bountiful. So sometimes shit slinging is what needs to be done in order for us to see, right, for us to plant and have a bountiful harvest, plant our seeds and, right, have ability. We have to have shit and dirt, right? God made dirt and dirt don't hurt. And not to be so afraid of our own shit, right? And our shadow side and the dark side, and where, right, we feel vulnerable because our devil, our little devil, right? Little devil dogs inside that make us us, right? We have all these different beautiful parts, right? We're messy, beautiful, perfectly imperfect beings. And there ain't nothing fucking wrong with any of that. Stop beating yourself up and making yourself feel bad about who you are or what you've done up until this now point to learn who the fuck you are, right? It's like, wait a minute, hold on a second. Just go through some of this stuff so you have some balance and clarity and you're able to swim or walk on your 2 feet or fly or shine, right? Like the beautiful, messy, fucking undeveloped, developed being that you are. Right? Negative is just, right, our undeveloped stuff. And if anybody outside of us is trying to enter that, well, that's the fallen ones trying to come into the daughters of men, coming into our innocence, where we are not aware. That's rape. That's molestation. That's trespassing. And them motherfuckers are going to pay. And that ain't no fucking joke. The fucking ancestors are here with fucking huge fucking wrath right now. A lot of people are getting cut out of their own fucking bloodlines. Deleted. This is the judgment of the living and the dead, and that ain't no fucking joke. It's like, why have we all had shutdowns and COVID and national shutdowns? It's not like, oh, just in your town, right? Okay. No. There's reasons, right? Behind the occult knowledge behind all that, right? Behind the veil, my little Yoda. Right? Like, say you're walking around, we're walking around in our skin, but what's going on underneath this skin? Our blood is flowing. Can you see the blood flowing through my veins? Right? No. Right? I have a hand to see, but we can't see inside all that. Look, all this stuff that's going on underneath your skin right now, right? Beneath the remains. Are you alive or are you dead? If you're stagnant and you feel dead inside, how alive are you? Right? The cure for COVID is to fucking, COVID is coven, covidian, covenant, more than one, coveting you. Corona is the ring around the sun, the ring around the moon. Doesn't Saturn, right? I've been standing in a burning ring of fire. And it burn, burn, burn. And that's alchemy too, right? Burning off, right? This is alchemy inside of ourselves, under the skin. So dealing with the emotions, right? The feelings and the thoughts that we're having within, right? That's turmoil. We're going through spiritual hell in order to find ourselves, right? And come out shiny, get spit out on the other side. We got to make it through that little pinhole in the needle. That's like, right, coming through the birth canal. When we're born from, say, our mothers, or some were born literally, like, right, Matrix, in different, there's so many different beings here. Now, we weren't all made the same. We were not all created the same, right? That's what I say. Oh, over the weekend too, like, turtles keep coming up, right? And that's an ancient, before religion, before Jesus and Christ and gods, and we used all that language, right? There was many other languages way before that, before we came up with, right, the Greek alphabet that we use now. You know, the word Egypt is a Greek word. Where'd Egypt come from? Where was Egypt invented from? Right? Like, with all due respect, we all come from, like, where's the nature of your origin? Right? What star systems are you connected to? Right? Because that's part of, right, we are the stars. So the elements that are in the periodic table that we study in school, right? That's like your motherboard, right? If you're laying down all the crystals and what have you that are within your physical vessel, your body, that travel through your blood vessels, all the things that make you you, that's what your natal chart is too. Your natal chart lets you know scientifically It's your blueprint from the gods, your fingerprints from the gods. That's who the fuck you are. And no one else, not even a twin, has the same makeup as you. Period. Right? Your blood is different than your fingerprint. Two twins can have the same blood type. They could be right tested and have same blood. Fingerprints, electromagnetic signatures, way different, right? Going back into energies and vibrations. That's a different, right? In order to make us who we are, individual per sun, a son of the star, right? The sun is a star. So the word per sun, individual sun, how many stars are in the sky at 12 a.m. at midnight? Right? That's a.m. That's when everything starts, right? In triple darkness. Light is birthed in the dark. Everything is created in the dark. A seed, a baby, right? Something that's in an egg, reptilians. Oh, Miss Gina. Oh my God, I have no phone. We have to talk. I was thinking of you this morning and I'm like, I need to talk to my Gina and I miss her. And oh, you just made my whole day. I've been thinking about you so much. I love you. Woo woo! Yay! Hold on, it's me too. I just didn't shower or anything yet. I'm all like that. So no faces today, but I'm gonna give you one. Hopefully you saw me. I miss you so much. Oh, thank you. I appreciate. Yay. Yeah. Yo, it's time, mama. It's time. The birdies keep tweeting. And I met, speaking of, getting into the metaphysics again. Over the weekend, right? Yeah, the turtle. Wait, let me just throw some things out. I'm just going to quick. So turtles, crocodiles, Anubis, toilet chain breaking on tank, right? So the chains are now broken. The chains that bind us from that motherfucker that's holding us anchored in the water, underwater, ain't got no hold no more. So don't allow that. Even if they're like, yeah, no. Swim, motherfuckers, swim. We all swim together. Follow the current, 10-10, and that's it. You don't get stuck in worrying, right? Worry warts, right? Which we've all been, and we've all been beating ourselves up and like, kind of like, right? God, why, the part where Jesus is like, Lord, why have you forsaken me? We feel like that. I totally feel like that a lot lately. She's out there. I am out there, way out there in the cosmos, floating around, collecting eggs. But I come back down to earth too. It's just definitely, yeah, I am definitely out there. That's why I call it cosmic surfing, 3333. And it's not for everybody. Or maybe it's not for you yet, right? Don't get upset. Don't let set you up to not allow your Christ child to be born and take your rightful seat at the throne of the seat of Osiris, which here, we're going to use Yoda, is right here, right in the center there, right? That's your third eye, which is your first eye, all right? Our solar plexus is connected to the crown chakra, just like our brain is connected to the stomach. So our brain's like, hey, I'm hungry, or, right? Or the gut could be like, hey, I feel like fucking, right? Because all desire and disease also comes from the gut. So, and our gut also is what gives us instincts, right? A gut instinct. So it's like, tunk. And then it says, right, then our crown shot, the divine masculine, the two fathers are able to talk. Those are also the two butt cheeks are behind you, right? Get behind me, Satan. They're split in half, right? Two atoms split in two. like the Tool song, right in two. So as I play, right? And now the gut also has a separate system than the physical body. So the crown chakra, the divine masculine, right? Who's still asleep, that's Osiris. He's still asleep, running around like a devil, Satan. Okay, he half and half, right? So sometimes he makes it up here, and then it's like right back down, right down the royal flush toilet. But that's what, right? That's what the sun does. It rises and it sets, right? It goes up, it goes down, it goes up, it goes down. Okay. So the crown chakra and the solar plexus, this is a virus of the crown, right? It's always been a fight for the crown. Or Harad doesn't want the child to be born, the children in the kingdom to be born. He doesn't want anybody to take his place. He wants to still be king and have it Yahweh, right? Have it his way, like Burger Ding, right? And they said, now what they say at Burger King? Have it Yahweh, right? Flame broiled on the grill. Doesn't Yahweh love the smell of fresh flesh on the grill? Right, Abraham? The song I'm listening to right now is I've always liked to play with fire. What is this? Sam Tinnis? Check him out. This guy. Really good. I don't think I ever heard him before till today. I may have, but I didn't know. I've been enjoying listening to a couple different songs by him this morning though, that have popped up. Just sharing. So having awareness of, right, coming from the heart chakra, allowing the Christ child, right, or the little devil, it's our divine masculine and divine feminine self within, okay, that needs to tell our inner child it's okay when our feelings get out of bay, right, out of hand, right? Our emotions our saltwater body, right? Everything's electricity. So it ignites, zzz, and then that wave comes up over our head. So we still think we're walking around like doopy doopy doo, but we're underwater. That's where we get understanding, knowledge, but we're still under the table, right? We're still in the flood of Noah. And that goes into a whole bunch of shit too. No means no, right? And don't forget, a lot of liars, meaning Antichrist is going to try to twist. The word wreath means twist. So truth has to be, right, mixed with bullshit. Bullshit needs to be mixed with truth, right? Some misinformation or leaving things up to, yeah, right? Omitting things to make it seem like, right? That has to be mixed with, this is why they're called magicians and wizards. But that's not magic to me. That's bullshit. However, at the same fact, it's part of the game, because learning how to trust ourselves and come again from the place of the heart is like, right? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Are you going to let there be a number 3? There's a 3-strike rule, right? Any game we play. So if we pick to go left or right, red or blue, black or white, up or down, whatever. The trick and the key to this is don't fucking pick, right? Don't pick someone else's fruit. Don't pick. Come from the center. Clear it. You don't need to make a decision. Well, you have to. You have to pick this or that. And if you don't, then you can't come back. Okay. Okay, Tyrant. Just mark that. Post-it note. Angels. Hang that dirty laundry out and be like, okay, what else do you need to say? Okay. Right? Us natives or shamans, we say we take the mighty purple path. That's where you see the red. You see the blue. I see them sirens. I see them white man devils trying to throw shit my way. I see. Do I got to fight with them about it? Do I got to say something like, oh, whatever? Nope. No, I don't. No, I don't. Absolutely not. Sometimes we do, right? Discernment's important. However, most of the time we engage when we don't need to. So wisdom is timing. When to and when not to, right? To be or not to be. Right? And they play on, right? It's like Monsters Inc. They're gonna play on your emotional body. They're gonna, right? That's what did the serpent do in the garden? Played on Eve, right? Isn't that our emotional body? Eve is supposed to be at the side of Adam, not she was made from Adam's fucking rib in his fucking physical body. What the fuck is that? Rib means DNA. And to keep Eve at your side means keep your emotions in check. Don't allow your emotional body to take over you. And then you think you're overseeing and capitalizing on everything, but you're just under a shit ton of fucking dead man's sea water. Right? And yeah, apple is the temptation. The apple can be anything. The snake in the garden, or the right, and a snake, don't forget in the Bible also they say to be wise as serpents. So sometimes the words that they throw out us to be afraid of something is where it's like, wait. A lot of time, right? It's like, you don't want to go there. Well, do you not want to go there, or are they trying to make you not see because they want to take control of you? See, this is also part where the serpent says to Adam and Eve, right? Well, because that Lord doesn't want you to know who the fuck you are. So, but discernment is important. That doesn't mean like Crowley do as thou will. That doesn't mean do whatever the fuck you want whenever you want and it doesn't matter. No, Crowley said do as thou will because he knew the fucking law. And it's like once you could do as thou will, but there's always a price to pay. Absolutely do as thou will. That's why we have free will. Just know if you make that decision to go left or right or red or blue or black or white, then now you have you decided to make a deal with the devil at the crossroads. So you have to go all the way down those winding stairs and then find yourself in that dark corner and then pull yourself back up. That's all. So do it. You decided to go down there. Now fucking save your child that you left in the fucking basement. Right? I mean, I don't know. That's pretty fucking clear to me. Everybody gets so scared of these stories and people and comes up with all these facts about fiction. And it's like, yo, wait a minute. Oh, you just read the cover of the book. You just listened to what they said that meant. Okay, well, that's cool. But why are you attacking me and all of us that are trying to read the fucking book of our own life inside? While you all run around to say you're vaccinated, wear a t-shirt, post it, and think that you got the fucking keys to the street. What'd you just get shot up with? Preachers? I was like, they didn't even come up and they still didn't even say where the virus fucking came from. China? A bat? Well, where's the bat? Where? It's been an imaginary thing. It's just another pre-scripted narrative that they use astronomy and numerology and repeat narratives and change the names to pre-script and prescribe. Right? There's Pharmacadia and Media. Those are very ancient, like Greek deities. Right? Homeworks. So to look into all that is super important. So you have awareness not to fall for the bullshit. How many times you want to dig yourself out of Tartarus? Or have to run from the fucking giants that like to cannibalize and eat men? Archons feed off of fear. right? It's like Monsters Inc. It's like, and does that mean they're bad? It's like, no. It's like if we have a child and we decide to allow our child to be a little whiner and a brat and give them their way every time they kick their feet and scream and get loud and then what? What are we raising? A fucking monster demon. That's our fault. It's like, that's why, how are you coming? Where are you coming from? Are you raising a devil and a monster, or are you coming from a place of, right, unconditional love? That's the love of Venus, where the heart chakra, our twin flame, is Jesus and Mary in the center, right? It's green and it's blue like the earth, where we can ground and be fluid. So to right, allow our Adams and our Eves, it's like, it's okay. How do you talk to a child if a child is afraid or scared? We have to speak to ourselves that same way, rather than telling ourselves we're not good enough or thinking someone else has these answers, and right, and then go jumping down the freaking, hopping down the bunny trail. It's rabbit season. It's duck season. That's all, folks. Or remember, like Beastie Boys, oh my God, it's a mirage. I keep trying to telling y'all it's sabotage. All right. So yeah, turtles. Think of, okay, and Yaldabaoth was abandoned, right? That's also like Uranus, the uterus. So and in Native Navajo, we have, right, a saying like the turtle is swimming around in the ether, and that's what's holding, right? That's what the earth is, one big turtle swimming through the skies. And a friend was telling me the other day, poor turtles. We were talking about like how he was like, when I was little, I used to have turtles. I was like, oh my gosh, me too. I think I've had almost every, especially amphibians and reptilians. I love frogs and turtles, and I've had iguanas, snakes. And I don't like to say as pets, more like, right, they've come to me as like friends and buddies. You know, I've been gifted to like spend time with these creatures and beings. When man thinks that they have dominion over, it's like, animals show up in our lives for a reason. Everything does, right? The word coincidence means coinciding, right? Again, COVID, more than one, happening in sync alongside one another, right? That's where we, parallel universes. Universe, uni only means one, right? We're not all singular. We're not just one person, right? We may all come from the same darkness, but we're not all we all have, right, individual person, while we're still yet all connected as one together. It's a little, right, they say too, right? What's they say? Speaks in parables, and also can sound, right, sounds like I'm contradicting myself constantly. But that's because, right, again, of course, you could go both ways. To stay neutral and stay on the right mighty purple path and be balanced from the middle, again, means we're allowing ourselves, our seals. Little Freudian slip there. Our seals to be cracked and opened, and, right, fluid. Our sleeping atoms, where the virus lies, like that, lies. And a virus is always dormant within our body. And Adam got put to sleep. Yeah. And don't forget too, Adam keeps trying to blame Eve. So that just also means like our intellect wants to have logical answers, and feelings aren't logical. Right? Or feelings are avoided. Right? Two Adams. So not only does Eve get ignored, what the fuck happened to Lilith? It's like, and then there's this story that keeps coming up too, right? Leda is the mother, well, right, the mother of Apollo, and they say Artemis. So Artemis was already born now, right? And is here to help Leto birth Apollo, which is same pretty much as Jesus. It's the same. All these different names we use too are different. Like Akhenaten is also Moses. It's coming from one place of consciousness and developing, and right, we fall. We fell from grace. So starting at one point and flip-flopping like a coin right here. Is the earth round or is it flat? Is it not both? Depends on which angle you're coming from and what side you see or not. So to argue is so silly because so many are born, created from. We all have different doors of perception to see with. So much rather than arguing and fighting about which one is which and who's on first and what's right or wrong, don't all possibilities exist? This is quantum. There's infinite possibilities, or you can go right or right, could be anything or nothing. Like when you open up your computer, right, infinite possibilities. I could open this and look up anything, right? Look right here, there's some food stuff, right? Recipes. I can look up anything. These are some of the things I looked up recently, right? And yesterday I met this awesome dude. His name was Robin. He's like the bird. I was sitting outside. I was like, so fucking cool. And I want to share that with you too, because I looked up the metaphysical meaning to Robin last night, and so beautiful. Like what a message. Like I said, when things appear in our lives, if it's appearing in your dreams, which do you dream when you're awake too? Like when you're physically awake, you lay down and go to sleep, and your body is supposed to, right, rest in peace in order to heal. Our bodies heal themselves, yes? Do you have to tell it to heal? If you worry about what's wrong, what's going on, can that make that grow? Depending on what we feed, right? Energy grows where thought goes. You've got lots of energy. Hell fucking yeah. If you don't pay attention to your emotions, can't all of a sudden a fucking karma tsunami wave come up behind you and fucking knock you sideways? Hell yeah. That's why you don't get to control Eve, Adam. You need to come from within and gain control of your own emotional body, your own Eve from within, instead of trying to cut that shit out. Just because you cut something out of your body, don't mean that it's not there. If you take out your gallbladder, the gallbladder contains a lot of every emotion is attached to an organ within our body. Every single emotion is attached to an organ within the physical body. And that organ is an instrument also, right? Like the piano in the church, the organ, the pipes, right? Like St. Francis, let me be an instrument of thy peace, right? Are you tuned in? Are you ready to play? The Cosmic Symphony. Good coffee. And please like, subscribe, and hit the belly bell if you would be so kind. I appreciate, tribe. That's how we, you know, and they, yeah, speaking about burying, you know, I've been on here for a long time on and off, and every time on and offy, on and knocky. You know, a lot of us were aware again, and I'm not here to push, but I'm also not here to be buried by bullies and bullshit. Know what I'm saying? But like I said before, knowledge is power. Wisdom is timing, and you want your knowledge to develop into wisdom. Otherwise, you lose your power if you abuse the knowledge that was given to you. That's why Prometheus got in so much trouble with Zeus. So that's why I was saying too, you know, whether we're a channeler, medium, tarot readers, there's many different, right? Light workers, grid workers. Yo, thank you all so much. Like, yo, we can't do this without one another. It's 10:33. Truly, thank you. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being here on this, right? In this realm, in this on this supposed on this planet, on this platform, hanging out with me. I'm fucking so grateful for all of it, for you, for me, for us, for we. You know, for the good, the bad, and the fucking ugly. UGLY, you ain't got no alibi, you ugly. What? And when we act out in an ugly manner, we all do, right? There's another tarot girl I love to watch, and I saw her yesterday. She popped up. She reminds me of one of my daughters. I fucking love her. And she's a little roughneck, a little, you know, she's a little ruffian. Rufio. And but she tells it like it is. So again, when we can come from, it's like I don't care who looks rough around the edges. If they're coming from that place of truth and resonating, and again, none of us is perfect. And how dare you, if you're judging other people for fucking actually taking the fucking balls to come up here or anywhere else and put themselves out here and expose assholes and our own vulnerability. That's why I was like, if you're not doing that, silence is golden. Just saying. Instead of trying to nitpick and point and talk shit. Because that's Asmodeus shit. That's envy and jealousy. Cheating, beating. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh. Coming from a nasty place. You a nasty man with a nasty plan. And that just comes from being scared. You know, people, when think about that. We're afraid we're not going to be accepted. We're afraid we're not going to be loved. We're afraid someone that we care about is going to like or whatever, somebody better. Those are all normal, natural things and feelings we all deal with. It's not like, oh, they're going to go away. And once you acknowledge that shit, you're never going to feel it again. No. And anybody that tells you that's a fucking liar. We just learn to use, right? Capricorn means I use, right? Capricornicus. Capricorn is physical, the physical body. That's what it represents. And the Capricorn was a sea goat before it was a four-legged running up and down landmass mountains magnetically, right? We forget where we come from sometimes. Right? It's like the frog is a little swimming tadpole before he has four legs and he's hopping from lily to lily pad, pondering upon the pond. Right? And the frog hangs out on, right, Lilith, the lily pad, and eventually, right, rib it. Think of that word, rib it. Adam and the clown, it again, right? It's like we got like man and the clown dives into the pond and goes beneath the surface, right? Under the water, like you see a swan ever, right, swimming on top of the water. I don't know, you want to call that swimming. It looks like they're floating, right? And they're just gracefully like, all peaceful. And under the water, right? Those feet are going fucking million miles an hour. They're like, plop, 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 plop. But we just see the gracefulness. We don't even see like, they're not leaving like splashes or making any kind of, right? Underneath though, where we don't see, right? So the work is always going on underneath where we don't see, right? Beneath the veil, behind the curtain. And watch out for that man behind the curtain, behind the iron curtain. And fairies are allergic to iron, don't forget. Fairy, fae. At least we used to be. Like, you know, and like say, right, money. Money's the root of all evil, right? They say, we all agreed to exchange that currency, currently, though, right? So it's not necessarily a bad system. What's not good is when others try to change the value of something, right? Or come wanting but don't have anything to give. Now, does that mean that you need to give some physically in order to receive something, right, physical or what have you? No. An equal energy exchange is called sex. And that doesn't mean you go fuck something. No. That means, like right now, we're having sex. We're having a sacred, the acronym, sacred energy exchange. All I could want, right, is maybe a like. Just your energy being here, no, truly, is enough, right? The likes and the subscribes and the bells, like that helps because that's putting your energy, like, it's like all in. My hand's in. Is your hand on top of mine? Are we all in this together, motherfuckers? All for one and one for all? As like Three Musketeers. So that's all. It's not, I don't want anything other than that. And then for you to leave with, right, kindly take what resonates and leave the rest. If any one thing that spirit gave me to spit out of my, right, devil lips onto this fucking Yakub's YouTube platform, right, and fake book and wherever else this pops up, right, if I'm able to share and you're able to, right, plant a seed. If we're planting a seed or something is, you're able to let go of something that you weren't able to, or you're able to see something in a new, right, Anu, A-N-U, Anu is the Anunnaki god, the blue sky god with one big eye that's on your dollar bill, y'all. The big eye in the sky from the on the pyramid. Right? Then you also, if you have a new perspective, right, are then able, Cain and Abel, if you're able to grow something in that garden from a seed, how fucking yeah. That's all I could want. That's what we call some good fucking sex, y'all. That's all I'm saying. It's like there's no price that you could put on that. If we're all developing and growing and like, yeah, and like raising our vibration because we're able to see more possibilities and have a wider perception instead of being narrow-minded and getting stuck in the corner trying to bang our head against the wall. I mean, it's like Fuck yeah. That shit fucking rocks. We gonna make it rain. Super soaker style. Right? How do you think the Milky Way got here? Aren't we all part of that big fucking orgasm? Just saying. The writing is on the walls. Balls to the walls. Hey, we got to be here at the pervs too. And yo, seriously, that's what it's about. It's being funny, being able to be humorous, being able to take it all the way from divine nature down to our, right? From the windows to the walls. Till sweat drops down these balls. Right? Teardrops from angels. I think sweat down the balls is like teardrops from the devils, right? I don't know. It's a lot of sweat. Sweaty balls, sweaty bulls, sweating bullets. Oh, Gina, I think you left me. However, Megadeth, I'm sweating bullets. So, actually, you know what? I would like to really share. The moon is in Libra today, babies. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. You know what song I listened to yesterday? Came into my field too. Soldier Boy, I tell ya. Remember that song? I mean, you. It's 10:44. Soldier boys, shut that door. All right, where's my moon thing here? So true, right? Like Einstein says, everything is relative. So when we can find the connect, a match, right? Matchmaker, make me a match. When we can find a match, check out this robin. Yo, I looked up robin yesterday, like I was saying. Is that not the most beautiful? I fucking love the colors of that robin. I know they mostly look like this, right? And what does it say? A visit from Robin. It's amazing, don't you know? He visits in the place of a loved one. Oh my God, I didn't read this. Hold up. I'm going to let you look at the robin while we talk about it. Let's see. Am I able to play with fire? I think they keep repeating this song. I don't know what's going on here. All right. A visit from Robin. It's amazing, don't you know? He visits in the place of a loved one. So I don't know if anybody got some messages over the weekend. Like I said, right? It's like All Saints Day. There's a reason that, Halloween and All Hallows Eve and, right? Whatever names they call of it, right? Passover, all these things, right? It's raising the dead, right? Spending time with our and we passed on what has passed into its next, right? So spirit has been super loud. All right, so he visits in the place of a loved one that sadly had to go. He comes to show you they miss you, just as you do them, and they too long for that day that you shall meet again. They're by your side forevermore, and that will remain so. So they send a little robin as a way to let you know. That is so fucking cute. I can't take it. Yeah, and so yesterday I met this guy, and his name was Robin, and we had a awesome fucking conversation. I was like sitting listening to my, headphones outside. It was so fucking beautiful yesterday. It was like 60 something. Still enjoying that Indian summer, babies. November 1st. And so I was reading a book. I was actually reading the Quran, and I was doing some writing. I wrote some lyrics and wrote some stuff down. Maybe I'll share that after. And I was just doing my thing like I always do. And yeah, this guy walked by twice. And he was like, And he was like in a like Ghostbusters. Da-na-na-na. I don't know what kind of work he did. I forget. Some maybe telecommunications or some kind of. So he was waiting for a worker to pick him up. And so we chatted for a few minutes. And yeah, his name was Robin. And we had some super interesting conversation about, you know, lots of science. And atmosphere and magnetism. It's like, right, when you try to go back, it's like trying to tell a dream. It was so much in a little bit amount of time. You know, it's like, what's when you get in the funnel, you're in the sweet spot. When you're at the right place by being present in your now moments at the right time, these are the synchronicities that coincide, right? The coincidences. I really hate that word. I love that word. I can't stand how everybody's turned that word into like some kind of like fantasy, like it's something that's like, oh, must be a coincidence. It's like you just totally rode. You just slayed, right? You just came down the hill on your sled and you just jumped right over the gold. Talking about like, oh, it must just be a coincidence. Well, a coincidence means something that is coinciding with you. You want to get in that sweet spot. You want to jump the fuck in that. I've always liked to. Why is this still playing? Crazy. Featuring Yacht Money. Play with fire. Yo. It must just be like on repeat. It is. For an hour. Loops. That's all right. I guess it's for a reason. Lighten it up. I don't know. Fire, money. Oh. Oh, wow. Okay, wait, whoa. And they like to keep looping the time loop. Hold on. See, Spirit's talking. See, if we don't pay attention to these little details, these little things that pop up, we miss it. Spirit letting us know, okay, going round and around the sun. Right? Put the needle on the record. And they say Satan goes in reverse, right? Like when we used to play records back to hear, right? The word, like they say, like there was hidden messages, right? Now, does that make things bad, or does that just mean we have parallel universes and one, again, is coming from one direction and one's coming from the other? So is one better than the other? Or are we all just trying to get, right? All roads lead to Rome. Heads or tails? Those heads. That's facing up anyhow. It's actually still both, right? We did that a long time ago too. Like me and my daughters and friend, we were hanging out this a few years back. Now, we were sitting by the water, and I remember we threw a penny in the water, and like Spirit was like talking through me then, and it was like, okay, well when we threw it, and we're still looking above, right? We were standing on what the fuck you call that? Kind of like a dock, but it's not a dock. It's just the end of the road. But there's those roads that we have, like, and then there's the ocean right there that you could drive to the end of. I can't think of the fucking name of that. We have like Steamboat Road, and if you're from around my area, Tri-State, Chapin, Stanford, we got right Chapin and all that. Where they try no standing, no parking, no sitting. They changed the sign because I'm like, right, we used to say no parking, so we would leave our car running because then we're standing. We're like, leave your car run. They don't want you near the water because the ions, right, come grab all your negativity and take it out and whisk it away. They don't like people. That's why they make taxes so high if you want to live near the water, be near the water. They don't want you being healthy. They want you stuck in the corner running to them to ask what's wrong with you. What's wrong? They stuck you in the fucking corner. and are trying to charge you to breathe air. That's why George Floyd said, I can't breathe. Israeli tactic, knee to the neck. I know I'm throwing a lot out. Yo, this is Mad Libs from Metaphysical Mama. Or coming through Metaphysical Mama to a theater near you. Spirit's just coming through me. I don't know what to do. Open up and say, ah. Right? And breathe in life and breathe out life. Remember to breathe. That's our first duality. Don't let nobody control your fucking breathing or take your fucking breath away or try to charge you for what is God given to you and rightfully talk about being right. Rightfully, your inheritance as a sovereign child of God that is living in Gaia. In a Gaia de vida, baby. We walk upon the earth. We're living in Gaia. Gaia is a living organism with a consciousness. So is the earth. And Gaia don't like it when you're fucking poking around all over her fucking daughter and digging up in there, raping, running around with fisting and fistfuls of fucking shit, claiming yourselves kings. Ancestors about to knock those fucking crowns off your fucking heads, motherfuckers. That just got real. Dang, Kali Ma. Spirit coming up. Oh, right. For a man to judge what God and spirit is, careful. Careful, little white devils. Don't matter what color skin you were running around in. Spirit sees all humans as light. That's why when man keeps running around arguing about who and what they are and the skin that they're running around in, but yet they hurt themselves and others, spirit doesn't understand that. And then that brings the wrath of God upon you. And if you haven't felt it yet and you're behaving in that manner, trust me, it's coming. Spirit, there is no stopping water and spirit. Don't matter how many booster shots you give yourself. You coming from under the table and dreaming, trying to sit in a booster seat so you can see what's going on the table. Careful where you're reaching your human hands and peeking and peering your eyes into. There's a big difference between allowing and being excited about information coming to you and being part of, right, engaging and jumping into, right, the game of life with spirit and respecting the earth and spirit. And then God is like, all right, God will pick you up when you fall, or he'll at least throw you a fucking goddamn breadcrumb so you could find your way. But if you, with your free will, choose to be a barbaric tyrannical, dominant, ooh, sirens, asshole, or you try to come from that place, right, of whining, wino, alcoholic, right? Saturn or father, foster father, right? Like from Australia, Foster beer, Fosters. I used to love me some Fosters beer. Big old Foster's aluminum can of beer, right? The foster father, after we're born from our Eve mother in our physical birth, right? We're pushed out from the mother and we're born from the amniotic sac from upside down most of the time, unless we were born like Caesar, cesarean section, right? We might have been breech or has something else going on. Otherwise, we upside down like a bat, right? Where'd it come from? China, a bat, the virus. Gaia looks at humans as virus. So does the earth. Especially if they're not in harmony with what's here and already been here vibrating. Then, right? Then what's the virus? As I say, careful where you're standing right now, or where you think you're standing, or what the fuck you think or feel you should or shouldn't have, or where you're lacking. Listen. Hold on. The great mother is gonna come. When you're sad and you don't love yourself, it makes the great mother very sad. And she doesn't. Okay, so hold on. Okay, if you have children and you're a mother, or you care about anything or anyone in your life, think about when something or someone you love gets hurt. How does that make you feel? So a mother's love can be smothering, but a mother also has to allow her children to grow. And a mother, and you all have harmed the mother and told her to shut up, and that you wanted, it's like, right, Pinocchio doesn't listen to Jiminy Cricket. Shut up, Jiminy. So loves, right, a mama's boy. At first, everybody wants to be with God or mother, and then we, right, turn into, say, teenager in our human life, right? As we get older, or just being little, we start to have likes and dislikes of our own, right? At first, our parents dress us. Then we decide to say what we like and don't like. I like this color. I do or don't like this outfit. I don't want to wear that. I don't like my hair that way. I do like my hair that way. I want to eat this. I don't want to eat that. Going into the title, which is pain. Pain is making a decision. When we don't have something we like, what do we do as a baby? In order to get our point across, we cry, right? Or whine, or slap our hands, or make faces, right? Our expressions are how we communicate, right? This is the test I did a long time ago, or a study. Okay, so like, say people, you and me are driving in a car, and we have our baby behind us, or a baby, a child, or an animal in the back seat, and we're taking a ride. Now, everything's cool, but now all of a sudden, either we're not sure where we're going, or maybe we're arguing about the music, or subject come up on the radio, and out of nowhere, because this happens to me all the time with my other half, it's like I'm trying to have just a conversation, and I'm all excited thinking we're about to communicate, and then it's like, all of a sudden it's a competition, and now it's like, wait, now I'm having to defend myself, and I was just, wait, hold on, it's like, wow, right? What we have here is failure to communicate. So now we got feelings that are erupting and thoughts that are becoming negative, that are, right? So now the baby that's sitting in the back seat, what's happening? So we spread our dis-ease onto others, okay? So now the baby's crying in the back seat. Why is the baby crying? So now what happens? Now that can make more anger or more feelings of turmoil that are happening within the two, right? You and I, or whoever's sitting in the front, the adults, right? So if we're throwing that energy, which is electricity, when you get yelled at, does it feel like you're getting struck by lightning? If I start yelling, right? Sorry. Right? That doesn't feel good. We're getting blasted, right? With electromagnetic shocks. That ain't Lucifer. Lucifer is a light bringer, right? When we have an epiphany. Oh, and then we start to go our own way. Lucifer means light bringer, also Venus, and many other things. Does it always mean it's good? You should never put so much trust into any one person, place, or thing and think you know or have a feeling that you know it so well, right? And you may end up in the bottom of the well, right? Like a penny, somebody making a wish. Careful of them wishes. Wishful thinking. Wishes are nice. However, the being you have to pay for a wish, that ain't God. If you have to make a wish, you're coming from a feeling of lack. I wish things were different. I wish I had. I wish. Whoa. Be really careful because you're summoning something that you don't fucking know what you're summoning. And that's not to freak you out or scare you. It's not like don't have wishes and don't be like wishful and have like hope and like, right? Hope is also a sin though. Don't forget, hope was the thing that was left in Pandora's box, the one thing. I like to play with fire. So hope can turn into something very ugly. Hoping and wishing. That can put us in a delusional state of illusion and send us on the wrong path. Just meaning that we're like right now, I have glasses on so I can see a little better. Better to see with my dears. Better to see what the fuck I'm reading. So they're just magnifying glasses, but yeah, they're helping my goodness. Put them on. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe. Anyway, so presently, they're helping me, right? So sometimes optical illusions, and don't forget, we see in an upside down view, right? You go to the optometrist and get your eyes checked. How do they study our eyes? Our brain perceives things in an upside down view and sends the messages trickling down our central nervous system, our spine, right? Our brain is just a big sponge absorbing things. In Egypt, that Greek word, when they were mummifying bodies, they took all the organs out of the body and, right, poured salt on it to dehydrate it and put the organs in, right, jugs, vessels to preserve them. They can't leave them in the body, but they did leave the heart in the body. But you know what? They take the brain out. They stick a big thing up there. Like, did you get a test for the virus, the virus of Osiris, and Titus, and what is it? Titus and oh brother, release the virus from the island. I forget how that fucking the lyrics go. Wu Tang, Doctor whatever, and Titus releasing the virus. I know we're bouncing all over. I hope we're cosmic surfing all right here. That's 11:07. And please like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Soul Trabby Trab. I so appreciate it. It just helps us give good vibes. Bring the vibrations up. Woo woo. So we can all fly together, swim together. One big flock, one big school, one big fish. Right? But then to thine own self be true. Stay with what resonates with you. All right? It's okay to not like the same things as everybody else. It's okay if they don't like that you don't like the same things as them. Nah? This is where we're gaining our colors. But we don't have to peacock them all out. Like, right? I say again, like most of the time, that's a lot of time I don't come up here too. It's a balance, and I don't like when people are like, oh, ego. And let me just say too, those Prince of Darkness motherfuckers that are coming from the ego and that want to fucking, what's that dude? Ornias, okay? That motherfucker jumps up and collects information, right, up in the clouds, and then goes and bring it back down. It's the same as what's that other, what is it in that story? I don't know if a Hercules or Heracles or which way they say it in this story. And he goes and sneaks or Apollo, and he steals Apollo's cattle. I don't know. And then he walks backwards in his footsteps. So it's like, I didn't do it, right? Who stole the cookies from the cookie jar? But sometimes, again, right, like the title, right, we can get mad and be like, that motherfucker. However, are we learning a lesson? Oh, did I leave something open that I shouldn't have? Did I, which I'm probably guilty in so many freaking places, but it's like at the same time, I feel like, well, there was a reason back in the day we had an honor code. I should be able to leave my fucking door open, unlocked, so to speak. I shouldn't have to worry that some fucking asshole is going to evade upon me and my children's privacy, and worse than that, take their virginity, rape, and harm myself and them in so many numerous ways. But that was your choice, wasn't it? Anyway, that's why, right, Adam? Why? Then that just goes to, right, again, our own Adam. Adam means, again, the thinking. Positive and negative, there's two. So depending on which way we go, that's on you, right? That's on me, that's on you, that's on who? Who's on first? Da-da-da. Abadi? Abadi, abadi, abadi. So the chromosomes go XXY or XXX. Adam represents the why. Why? Say. Wow. So, it's 11:11. So again, when we think we know too much, right? Then again, and then our feelings get like over or under or right. And I use a lot of sarcasm, and sarcasm again coming from is coming from a place of love. So please know that, like when spirit get like, so, because listen also, again, spirit ain't gonna, when shit we go up down, there ain't no judgment, and justice is blind. So that's why That's why it says in all my videos in the description, kindly take what resonates and leave the rest. Because I can't always explain, and I'm going to be apologizing and saying sorry that certain words are not politically correct and coming out of the mouth the way that makes you feel good, sugary and sweet and warm and fuzzy. Most of the time I am very, however, I'm very direct and raw and real. And I'm not here to sugarcoat, paint, and fucking make something appear how it's not. If that's what you need, then there's booster shots to keep you rocked to sleep. And it's quite sickening how they keep pushing, right? I'm your pusher. How dare you talk about giving that to children? Parade. And forcing people, enslaving people, and you're right. A slave is just once you decide to take a price on your head and get paid, that don't we then become a slave? I just said I was worth a certain amount of money. That's why I don't do personal readings. I said that my email's there. I haven't checked my email once. And those that are using my name and creating other platforms and pages and taking pictures and writing things down and etc., like totally flattered. I appreciate, but know that like you're plagiarizing and that you're using and you're being nasty and dirty. And there's a place for you and you're being watched. The hills have eyes kind of thing, right? And water's always recording, not just, right? The technology that we use mimics, replicates, copies, multiplies nature. Nature always comes back to its original source. So anything that we've done as man has been brought through spirit throughout the lands. And our body is our physical land mass, our earthly body. And our resources are within. And they've been bartering and trading on our heads for some time now. Sticking flag poles in the ground. What's a pole? Doesn't Satan Claus come from the North Pole? Magnetic north and south, right? Magnetic. And now anti-gravity would be found. What's in between those two poles? And are they connected to the same pole? Right? Positive and negative. We have dual personalities, right? Coming from those energies that come up and down the pole and bloop, bloop, back and forth. Now we're getting into quantum physics. Thank you, Spirit. Because we were getting kind of like deep, dark, and lit before, which is all cool and good. But that's why, okay, so right there, let me note, right? So we go up, down, different, like a graph, like the stocks go, like anything else. Things have peaks, pikes, spikes, right? Spikes and dips. Peaks and valleys, right? Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil. I fear no man. Right? Close your eyes. See within. Right? The Doors, right? A long time ago, the band, The Doors, Jim Morrison, 27 Club, 144. Oh, hold on a second. Sorry, we've been surfing a while. My brain needed I just needed a little, I got a little. I was getting hit from all angles by spirit there. Like, hold on a second. That's kind of what happens with spirit too. Okay, spirit is not one, right? It's like we're in the ocean. Say you're all right. I'm just using the ocean as an example, but right, but we're in the ethers, Okay, the blackness. We're in the void. We're swimming in the dark where there's you cannot explain, right? Although you're right watching, listening, spending this time with me here, right? Where we are spiritually in this now moment, we are right, and always, right? We're in that like right. All this appears on the blackness, like we were saying before, right? The technology that we use mimics nature, how we operate as right, every spiritual technology. Okay, technology replicates, right, reptilianism, the masculine intellect. Reptilian brain also is the, and birds are reptilian too, lay eggs. Right here, the back of the brain, where the brain connects to the spinal cord, right? um um All right, so the alien, they say alien, right? Unknown, Quetzalcoatl, many names to represent a lot of the same thing, right? Right, like crystal skull. That's another term. I love my, skull. Right, and this can also represent, right? Our soul is of the rainbow, right? God had made a promise. Now, a rainbow we see in the art, like the black hole, it goes full circle. Rainbows go in circles. So, okay, wait, crystal skull. So the reptilian part of our brain, the back, the stem, right? It's the brain stem, right? The back of the skull, right? Akhenaten had a elongated skull, it's 1119, right? So, and also think too, right? The giants keep coming up. When the magnets were farther apart, yeah, our physical body were more stretched out, more. That's why the giants, right? Dinosaur giants, etc. And then as the magnets, as our star systems, right, we're in the coming from age of Pisces and we're in age of Aquarius now. Right, we were talking about in the beginning of this video. If you've been with me this long, I appreciate 142.24 in. Mirror 42.24. Age. So right, like in Peter Pan too, right? Like if you think you're old, you start to grow old. If you think nasty thoughts, right? Mind over matter. Your mind isn't your brain. Again, in Egypt, just like everybody got tested, got a Q-tip. So there's a big cotton thing going on, right? Picking cotton. All these things have a lot to do. And like I'm just gonna say too, I may have this color skin right now, but my internal memory, my right cellular memory data, all our atoms have cellular memory data. My internal esoteric knowledge that I allow gently and don't push, right? Like Santa said, no peeking. I try, am I perfect? Fuck no. Have I ever, right? Like, yeah, hell yeah. Do I have to confess to you or anyone else? Nope. I have to speak to my God within my heart. How do you commune with yours? Once we start using our lips, we're talking to the devil, and right, the son of Satan, the devil. We're speaking with our mouth and using, which is a beautiful thing. However, certain things that, right, what you say can and will be used against you. That's why Jesus also say, right, like your father is not my father. Your father is of Satan. Your father's a liar. Because once we start to interpret things, it's not that we're bad. We just start to, and then we blab it out of our mouth. We've already decided to, right? And we're creating. So it's no longer pure, coming from, right, the internal space of the heart chakra, where we can commune with our Father in heaven and in earth and all places, right? The unspoken name of, right, that connects our heart with our crown, with our third eye and the crown chakra and the darkness, and where we don't see, we just connect. There is not a You can't put away. Once we start to say it's this, that, it's like, well, yeah, but it's, yeah, right? So that's the difference. It's not like, oh, one's better or worse than the other. It's just, right, different, having a conscious awareness of the subtle differences of the two, 1122, is where we're trying to come from, a little bit more balanced, right? Because that's being a master twin flame alchemist, right? Magician, wizard, super witch bitch, right? Superhero, fucking super soldier to the fucking like 10th most potent power possible. Coming from Mary Poppins. Mr. Popper's Penguins. Right? So allowing ourselves, right, a little more fluidity, time is fluid, to perceive, right? This is one of the things, right? Oh, protein produces parasites. Doesn't mean don't eat protein, but we've pushed a lot of protein for a long time. And, you know, we used to tell people way back that you're supposed to eat the same as you weigh, or that's what my friend said, or get, because I was watching some the other day, back in the day, they said we're supposed to eat like 120 or 130 grams of protein a day. You know that? Oh my God. And then it's like, because I work out, I'm a personal trainer too. And when I like, especially when I've always loved working with the body, it's like I love to cook, I love to learn about the body, I love to test my body and challenge myself, in all different ways. But right, but working with spirit. And sometimes other people looking from the outside could be like, oh, da, da, da. If someone's looking from the outside poking, what they want, right? I'm not here for your entertainment. But if you want to be a sheep, a white sheep, and stay in line, a sheeple, that's okay. The black sheep usually, right, jump out of line, and we either get blamed, right? Jesus, devil, all black sheep, yeah? Anyone that's ever done anything that jumps out of line either gets watched or applauded, right? Eminem, any musician, magician. Everybody thinks they have a right to judge who and what should be singing what kind of music after they put themselves out there and whatever and blah, blah, blah. Then it's like, oh, well, they shouldn't do that. Or da-da-da-da. Okay, watcher. I'm a wheel watcher. And we're all watchers at some level, right? An archon. However, if you're living off of other people's energy and judging and thinking that you know best and you shoulda, coulda, woulda, and they shoulda, and now you want to, right, either love them or hate them or pay them or slay them, who the fuck are you, devil? Enemy. That's like gladiator days. That's like, right, Bacchus and his bitches. And those Vikings, they still love that football. Arrgh! They still love to watch men run around in tights and bet on their heads while the crowd is collecting all that energy. Energy. And they charge all that moo slaughterhouse. All that mooney, that moolah for tickets. Pay to get a ticket. Right? I'm throwing a lot out. Are you snacking on what I'm throwing out? Are you picking up the fucking pinata pieces? Spirits like ching, 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 ching. Wow. So, right, pay to get a ticket. Because I got a golden ticket. Who decided to give Slugworth the recipe for the everlasting gobstopper? You ever watch Willy Wonka and the factory of shit? That ain't chocolate. Penguin from Batman. Holy snikes, Batman! Batman got fucking sprayed by what's his name? Scarecrow. Alfred! Batman! Go, Gadget, go! Oh, Jesus. Spirits are laughing. I'm happy that we're all like, yeah, I'm happy we're all giggling. Yo, let me say, Spirit has the best sense of humor there ever fucking was, okay? As I'm looking at two, look at, okay, learn about what animals come to you too, your totem, your spirits, omens, things that are appearing to us in spirit form, which is like witch, right? From the witches, which is like it could come up physically. Somebody could say something to you. It could come into your mental, right, space. It could be something that you feel. You can relate to something that you, right, see, hear, witness, on some level, observe, right? And like the things I'm saying now too, though, Ken, everything has like, right, we have hero's journey. Let me just say, heroes, yo, save your fucking self and stop thinking you need to make it to their finish line or their goal. Yo, don't go chasing waterfalls. There's a cliff at the end of that fucking, yeah. I was like, chill. $11.29. Everything's water. Don't let the tide sweep you away. And the moon rules the tides, right? Gravity. Do not allow the gravity of a situation to pull you in any direction other than the center, or you will get torn apart. Right? This is yo, sorry, this is deep shit. We're in deep space here, though, and this is deep, the deep web. This is where we go deep, and I put on the title, Got Your Shovel? I'm not going to keep apologizing, right? Trigger alerts, and if it's too much, I do apologize. Please just keep swimming and, like, come back another time, because this might get a little deep, dark, and nasty. Yeah, Scorpio, Pluto up in the house, so, yeah, 8th house, 12th house. Yeah, remove yourself if you cannot hang with the gangbang, because it's about to get fucking big bangy. The waters is about to get fucking deep. Deep as the abyss. Loch Ness. Low key. Stay low key. I'm awake until spirit tell me there's a go. Actually, give me a second because I need to go to the bathroom very quickly. Little music for a sec. You are my enemy, my enemy. You are my enemy. I see you. You are my enemy, my enemy. You are my enemy. Dead, gone, covered in turn of soul, hoping for power, hoping for pain, kill a man if he gives me away. I'm walking around in the shadows. I'm not alone, I'm all fear of the hangman's and the gallows. I'm not afraid of the this stand. I'm never like you. I'm never like you. I'm rising up and I'm ready to fight you. I'm ready to fight I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I almost couldn't breathe. 11:33. So where were we? Okay, yeah, we about to dive deep. And as I said, Pluto Scorpio, two popos just pulled up outside the building. And I know I'm not the only one that has presently no offense against any of them. Like total love. All love. All love, all love. That's part of Rome, right? Parad. And the Temple of Thebes. Ali Baba and the 40 Thieves. Ali Baba and the 40 Thieves. How's that song go? Steppenwolf. We can find. Why don't you come with me, little girl, on a magic carpet ride? So there's been thieves in the temple, in the land, for a long, long time. Like Dave Matthews saying, right? Drinking my wine, how's that go? I have this other songs on, so it's not coming. There's quite a lot going on in my head right now. Hold up. Scatters. Oh, okay. So wait. Right. So okay, what are police? Okay, so sirens are like mermaids, but they're meant to lure men into the deep, into the ocean, where they can't be found, or they're forgotten, or murdered. And then the pirates, they call themselves privateers now. Wolves on Wall Street. Wolf tickets. Lots of IOUs. Money's a debt. It says IOU right on it. So depending on how much you have is how much you owe. Ho, ho, ho. Right? It's not really a credit. It's like, no, that's a, you're in debt. If you look up the US debt clock, what is it? And that's just United States, but currency is it right started in China is an IOU. And funny enough, it was actually the first IOU was written on a piece of like toilet paper. Didn't we have a toilet paper shortage in the beginning of the pan and the Peter Pan demic? Fucking toilet paper became gold, didn't it? If you can't get it, it sure does. How much you gonna pay for a roll? Remember from Seinfeld back in the day? Can you spare a square? And a rectangle ain't no square. It's not 360 degrees. Nope, nope, nope. A circle's truth. A square is tooth. A tooth. Ooh, ooh, that came out for a reason. 11:36. Oh my gosh. Wait, hold up. Yo, anybody got shit going on with their teeth right now? Cha cha cha. Yo. Teeth. So much stuff is going on. Yo, if you're okay, wait. I don't want so many. Oh, Jump, jump, jump. Spirit. All right, we're just gonna surf it. We're just gonna surf it. I'm not gonna try to be linear. Atoms. We're surfing. Okay, so shit's gonna come out as it does, as it is. And I gotta turn this down. I don't like this song. What is this? Tommy Prophet. Yeah, that's all right. I'm not so down with this one. I just need to change my music in the background. Excuse me. Bad Wolves. We'll put that on. Okay. Zombie. Remember this song? That's a pretty perfect song for now. Zombie, zombie. Walking Dead, right? We gotta wake up. We gotta wake up. Gently. But at the same time, wake the fuck up. Another head hangs slowly. Another child is taken, and the violence causes silence. And what's going on? Who? Oh, really? I was wondering. Aw. So there's, yeah, 2 police here and an ambulance has, this song is going on. Oh my God, so sad right now. Hold on a minute. My neighbor just came to let me know they're, okay, so they're here to take a woman, I think to hopefully get help. I don't know what that word means sometimes in this day and age in the systems, or what it ever meant as I gain more knowledge. So anyhow, right, so there's the ambulance and some copies out there, which, okay, we appreciate, like, let's be grateful for, like, when we're here to uphold brotherly love and be there for one another, there ain't nothing better than that. And let's be grateful that we are able to call when we need help. But can we please start to only use it for such natures instead of taking advantage or wanting to do things to prove some kind of something to ourselves or to another, or to, right? There's so many disgusting things going on. People call them for no reason and make things up, make stories about others. I saw my weed stuff, my grinders, my peace pipe. All right. Only marijuana purposes. Thank you very much. So zombie, right, is playing. So to be grateful, they're saying it was like, what's going on in your head? So when we're able to help one another with what's going on in our heads, when we can relate, when we notice, when we don't understand ourselves, and we're afraid, how much more sometimes are we afraid to share with our loved ones our vulnerable feelings because we feel like we have to uphold, right, peace and justice, meaning we need to be the police, the overseers, hold it all together, be the man. I'm the man. I'm the man, right? Have the chest up and the, right? How does it, right? An officer have to stand, gentlemen, whether you're a woman or a man, female or male or whatever. Okay, I don't want to go into semantics. Yeah, yeah. Sometimes we gotta cut our heart off. Can't allow, right? They can't allow their thoughts and feelings or their opinions. They're not supposed to, anyhow. However, that's what runs a lot of that program and system. There's a reason they call it, right? Police force. Who are you fisting? Be careful with that because we don't like that. If that's where you're, if that's the direction you coming from, energetically speaking. It don't matter if you're in a uniform and you get paid by our tax dollars in order to walk around, right, with handcuffs and a badge. Or if mentally that's what you're doing, or what we're doing. Let me use the we word, what we do as a people or as a person, right? Because we can come from all these different positions at different places in time when we're feeling a certain way or we're in a certain spot mentally. Yes. And like just because like right now they're dressed up in say costume, right? It was just Halloween and that's their job. That's their job. And Job keeps working and keeps going, right? It's time to wake up, Job. Now it's time to do God's work. We're all those things. We're all the same as one another, right? We're all like, right? We're all mirrors of one another. We all have these just because some people get say paid money to do certain things. We're not always that thing. Right. So like I was just saying, they're right now, presently, I'm talking about the physical beings that are outside helping another person that needs help. And I hope they're actually helping when you speak. I hope that that person isn't just getting set up and taken away. Haha. Right. 11:44. They're coming to take me away. Haha. To the funny farm. So, but again, right. Do they know? All they know is what somebody said when they called them. And they're right first responders. They're responding. Are our first responses always correct? In their head, they're still fighting with their tanks and their bombs and their guns and their drones, right? What's going on in your head? Zombie. Are you just walking around allowing someone to remote control you and your viewers? I love you. Right? We all do sometimes. And sometimes we need that because we need direction and we need to be shown, show me the way. That's okay. But then know when it's time to graduate and step out of line. And we always miss our classmates that we leave behind. That was a cute little rhymey rhyme. Spirit. Rhyming time. Simon says, love with all your heart and never stop. And swim, motherfuckers, swim. Dig and fucking swim. This is where you gotta dig for your fucking life, literally. I just felt like the dude from Half-Baked. How I was just standing and pointing. Butternuts! Buttercup! That's like one of the best fucking all-time movies ever. If you've never watched the movie Half-Baked, definitely watch that and laugh later. It's hysterical. Laughter is one of the best medicines we got. And I'm giving you a prescription right now. It lasts through infinity and beyond. So, getting back to, right, no one, I'm not coming and pointing at anyone as good or bad. I'm saying we all play all these parts at different moments in our lives and at different times, right? Within the different spaces that we're in and the different waters that we're mixing with, right? And this is alchemy. I'm speaking in alchemical terms, right? Which again gets confusing because metaphysics, right? Meta, what does that word mean? Physics. I'm still at, this is spirit and physical and material and emotional, mental bodies all coming together, right? Elohim, the elements, plural, that make us what we are, that are all floating around in the waters. Everything's wah-wah, mama wah-wah. Time is fluid. We have to have water to be fluid in order to have movement, right? Upon the face of the waters, or within the within the waters, within the torus field that we call, right, our earth, that we're able to breathe air due to the nature, right, of the fountain effect. Coming from the center of the earth is the magnet, and it comes out and forward and then creates the torus field, right? There's the magnetic field, and that pushes the water like a fountain up and over, right? And then that creates a seal, right? Because it's fucking freezing cold out in outer space. So the ice layer protects us, right? That's what they called the hanging gardens before. We must be mistaken. This makes me sad. So coming from the center, right? So the energy pushes up. It's like a fountain, pushes the water up and out, and creates a magnetic field, and pushes the air, the water, out of the way, swirls it out of the way to create space, which we also call air, so that we're able to breathe. And we have a dome, right? Like your head is called your dome. We have a dome surrounding, right, our inner, right, more sensitive spots, the inner part of the brain, which most people have allowed people to stick that hanger 18 up the nose. I'll get back into that in a second, because that goes back into Egyptology, what I was talking about, and then mummification and the organs and sucking the brain out of the head. Sorry to be so vulgar. Vulgar displays of power, which is knowledge, right? Pantera. Fucking love Pantera too. Walk. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, wait. I want to get off topic here. Okay. Torus field, air. The energy pushes the water out of the way and creates a torus field, which in turn creates space, which we also call Enlil, father of the air. Okay, so as the air has been, right, swirling, pushing, right, the force from the magnets has been pushing air back and forth, right, to all these different distances and where it got to go into material form. And our earth also, which is, right, so that's why earth, air, water, fire. Can you see air or wind? Or can we witness when something's blowing in the air or moving through it? Can you see electromagnetic currents? Can you see your phone? Can you see me right now? Can you on my hand? Can you see right, the how we're able to transmit this technology, right? The invisible technology that we're using, so that it fucking pretty much instantly just is very close to, right? It's the speed of light traveling. Isn't that our thoughts sparking synapses, right? And then traveling through all these fiber optic, right? This is quantum mechanics. in your head, right? We're passing knowledge. We're puff, puff, pass. Speaking of puff, puff, pass. This is a long ass video per usual. I so appreciate you fucking hanging out with me if you're doing so. And so does Spirit, you know. Please like, subscribe, and ding the bell so you can get notified when our crazy asses pop up. Yeah, I said hour. I am me and we are we, right? And I am also they. Hey, hey, hey. Right? I ain't just a singular. I ain't just one thing. Are you? Careful what names and labels you place upon yourself, right? Adam. Then it may make you feel some typo negative way. Another band getting thrown out. Typo negative. Or blood type O negative. What's RH negative? What's a Palladian? What's a plebeian? Sounds similar. So being able to breathe air and then the dome, the ice, right? The ice wall that's created above it, right? Because that force and the wind and the magnetic force creates a shield, impenetrable shield, right? People are trying to get out of it. You try to get out of it, it's like, well, can you jump out of your body? Like parts of us jump out. Like when you get scared, or if we get scared or abused, pieces of us, yeah, it's like, okay, we're suffering, and I am absolutely one suffering from, right, PTSD, post-traumatic stress syndrome. We're all coming from a place of emotional imbalance, chemical imbalance, a state of confusion, right? This is part of what the virus is. So we all have it as far as that goes. Everybody has sleeping atoms that are awakening, and that we don't know how they're going to affect us emotionally and mentally as we travel through the asteroid field, which asteroids are all feminine. And as we're traveling through, it's like, say, right, here's the asteroid. We're traveling through, right? And it's like a video. This is where it's like kind of like video. So it's like, oh, so poof, this opens up, and it opens something up within us. So now, depending on who we are, right, your natal chart and the elements that you're made of, that depends on, right, how this element is going to affect, right? This goes into Mayan calendar. You as a person, per day, per night, per moment in flight. Chirp, chirp. Yeah, if that made sense, I hope. Speaking of sense, my senses are telling me I'm getting hunger, a Hungarian gypsy. Gypsies like gold, shamans like smokes. Why do shamans smoke? Why do gypsies like shiny things? Why do they like to dance around a fire with a violin? There's an old story to this. And a camera at the end, so that they're able to record the vibration, and they call spirits into the circle and summon them. That's a different thing than what they then say, okay, and when people use things to pull energy, summon, right, a summon, like if cops are calling you and somebody says something, even if it's bullshit, now you got to take time and energy to defend yourself because someone decided to cry wolf and make up a fucking lie. How many people are hurt in that process? How much emotional and mental energy is robbed and stolen from the many because one wants to be the town crier, because one wants to wino, right? Going back again, Algol, the Algol system. A-L, I think it's G-O-L, or A-L-G-H, or Al Ghoul, right? Holy Ghost, unholy ghost, depending. But what's a ghost? Is a ghost same as spirit? In your head. I'm gonna roll a blunt here, babies. I don't know what the fuck I got listening going on. I love this song and the other ones that we're playing, but for some reason, everything I'm putting on is loops. What the fuck is that? Weird, right? Loops. So that means so I'm stuck in a loop. Oh, who's stuck in? Oh. So stuck. Hold on, man. Like, what are you trying to tell us here? Yeah. Stuck in lightning loops. Stuck in the loop. Stuck in a maze, stuck in a labyrinth, stuck going round and round. Get off the merry-go-round, get off the hamster wheel, right? Be fluid and tread water where you're at, and don't worry about follow. Hangman. Let's see what's behind. Hold up. We're leaving cruelty behind. Okay. Yo, hangman. Let me just show you. He's standing on the Ankh. I say standing because when hangman is this way, you're unnatural. So we're all upon the cross, right? With thorns around our heads and birds coming to peck and etc. Right? Going through pain and cruelty for aeons, but we're into the new age. And look at all the metaphysicology. I don't know if that's the word it is now. Going on here. We got Nyx, the goddess of, right? That's the night sky holding all the stars like in a back bend. Here's you, right? See, it's like covering your lips, like shh. Because who's inside? And Osiris's throne is right here, the pineal gland. And reptilians don't have the vagus nerve, VAGUS, set up. It's not connected. So the solar plexus has to connect to the heart chakra, to the vagus nerve, come up into the throat chakra, and connect to the pineal gland so Osiris can take his rightful seat at the throne. But Set wants to set Horus right up. He heard there was a king to be born. He doesn't want you to be born. He doesn't want you to born yourself, birth yourself from within. You're a natural phoenix. 1, 2, 3 beings under there, right? That positive, negative emotion, right? 2 atoms and emotion. What when we're like, right, still under, we had to swim up. Whoop, hello. Sometimes we gotta fall down in order to. We gotta hit rock bottom in order to fucking bounce up. There we go. Right, so super awesome. Every one of them is giving up or giving in. Well, the stars align. Oh my god, a little nauseous there. Whew. And at the bottom of the deck, pow. Ace of Swords. Okay, pick up your crown. Turn that shit from thorns into the gold that you are. We in the golden age, babies. This is the afterlife today. Number one. Uno. Alpha. Alpha Omega. Right? And like 9/11, we never forget. And right, 911. When we have an emergency, or again, right, sometimes like think about right, the farm. Even though, right, what does sheep do? Even if you leave the gate open, do they go running out the gate because it's open? A dog might. And what's dog spelled backwards and vice versa? A lot of time they say that, but they're just here for principles of pleasure. Running around saying you're something is different than being that, right? If their energy ain't matching the costume they wearing, stay the fuck away from them for now. That's all. It's like, well, I love you. I love you. I love you. It's okay. It's gonna be okay. But right now, you got the virus of Osiris, thinking you Osiris running around in the emperor's right clothing or someone's clothing, but the emperor's new clothes means you running around naked. That's not el natural, right? Adam and Eve were embarrassed because they realized that they were naked in the garden. That's like, no, everything's seen. Everything being recorded. The ancients, where would they put all the memory of everything that's ever been? Other than within us. Always comes from within. Right? Like Dorothy from Wizard of Oz, right? There's no place like home. And at the end, right, Glenda's like, you've always had the power all along. But until we wake up, we do have all these other people, places, and things in position to create this matrix, this right holographic, the right structure, confinement that we're feeling trapped within that can seem very cruel. There's that number 9 at times. However, right, Saturn is also Santa Claus. So it's like, ho, ho, ho. When you're good, we receive our gifts. That's the price you pay. When we do something out of, right, naughty of nature, well, Saturn creates a boundary. It's like, hey, wait, hey, hold on. We're nailed. You got nailed. Busted. Right? But that doesn't mean always trust Daddy Saturn, because don't forget, sometimes the gods are children, backward dogs. Also, depending on what time of day or night you catch them upon or are speaking to them, or right? I just shuffled a whole shit ton. Now look, Ace of Swords came in. See what I just said though? Right? Depending on what time you catch them or when. See, you could be dealing with, right? Or you could be dealing with someone, right, at that another moment, upside down, other side of the pole. If we're experiencing what it's like to be devil and Satan and godlike and even Adam, emotional and mental, right? Masculine, mentally intelligent, have our own intelligence. Do we not have to believe in bullshit, which is artificial intelligence first? Artificial flavoring may taste like strawberry, but is it made with real strawberries? What does artificial mean? So we just need to detox different ways of thinking, different ways that we've been programmed to think, be. So it takes time to come out of any codependent symbiotic relationship. that we are in. And it doesn't mean that we throw it away, smash it, and say it's worthless. Excuse me, absolutely fucking not. It's where we go through our shit. Internally, we dive deep inside. We take a look at our shit. We commune with God. Okay? We go, right? This is harvest time. Got Knight of Discs. Velour. Mars and Leo. Now, check at this. This, I think that's Leo. I don't know in this, really, honestly, if that's representing Leo. Similar, but I'm not positive. That could be North Node. I don't know. Either way, that looks like the hook I was talking about that they used to shove up the nostrils. Let me pull that shit up. In Egypt to whisk, like how you whisk it with a whisk. It was made of copper or bronze, and they would stick it up the nasal cavity and swirl it around and make eggs out of your brain and slide it out, slurp it out, and throw it out. It was worthless. The brain's worthless. Because like the thumbnail that is posted, that's when we're about to cross over in the threshold, right? Bride of Christ. And have heart weighed, right? Against the feather. So your heart is the intelligence. Your heart has to know who you are. Just meaning you don't need to say who you are and prove who you are. You need to be who you are. And you'll be just fine and make it right through. Be you. Best advice. Oh my God, he just said best advice at the same time I did. In the song, best advice that I gave. Imagine Dragons. Wow. That's crazy. Natural. Whew, crazy, right? Divining, 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 dividing, divining, divine timing. Oh, there you go. That means that's all, folks. Mr. Crowley. Oh, and then again, look, just to, right? I just shuffled again. Okay, so, yeah. And look, horizon, standing upon, right? So, and everything goes, what goes up? Where's that snake? I know, depending on, again, what time of day, underworld, Osiris, right? So, and the sun go, okay, loop around and around, right? So, if he's, right, I don't wanna, right? And then, let's see, does it go upside down? Right? And then, around. I'm not all tangled up here. Thanks for going on that ride with me there. Wasn't that fun? Are we there yet? Yep. And now we're done. One and done. One and done. And then, no, and then. Dude, where's my card? Every one of them is giving up and giving in. Nothing comes without a consequence and cost. Tell me, what have you given up? What's the price you have paid to get where you are now? And how far are you willing to go to find yourself? Standing on the edge, face up. Whoop, whoop. I hope so. Don't be fast and down. Don't be face down, ass up. That's the way they like to whoop. And they butthole pirates, butthole surfers. They love the booty, right? What does booty mean? Treasure. Arg, booty. They don't call it pirates booty for nothing. Robbing the booty. I don't know. But hey, it's like if you want to be a nasty little dirty-handed thief, and we ain't talking about bitches that have already taken shit away from everybody and then try to hold it over their head. It's like a bully. It's like, I'm gonna take your lunch. It's 12:12. And your lunch money, and then I'm gonna hold it over your head to make you jump up to try to reach for it, and then laugh in your face and throw it on the ground. And then when you are upset and attack me or what have you, I'm gonna call you bad. So now, okay, maybe to tackle them. However, sometimes the motherfucker needs to have their fucking knees knocked out from underneath them. You know what I'm saying? Especially if they decided to fuck with bloodlines and people living or dead. Things that are people, places, and things that don't belong to you. If you decided to poke around and then had recognition that, hey, you're harming something or you're causing disturbance and imbalance to some other person, place, or thing, right? There's a time allotted to work on that. But if you, with your free will, choose not to do so, well, you made that choice, didn't you? So now you owe, ho. Treat them like a prostitute, right? I don't know. Not my rules. I just follow them motherfuckers because I ain't nobody's hoe or fucking slave. Not today or any fucking day. The fuck out of here. I don't play that way. I don't owe shit. And you better fucking, what's owed, you better pay. Devil's coming to collect. Today, 11/2, as election day too, right? Isn't that funny? Not really. That's the price you pay. Pushing a button, thinking you did your part, saying you chose someone to represent you. That's robotic. That ain't divine art. Art. That's just people wanting someone else to either blame or hold responsible or accountable so that they're not. It's like, even if you do cast your vote, it would be cool if like we all together represented we the people then. Didn't just like run out for a day and say, hey, that's who I picked. Hey. And then if they do something that the rest of the public don't like, all of a sudden now you guys all put them on the fucking cross like Christ. Yeah, you tag them up and like attack them, nail them up there. Yeah, little devils. You're a natural. That's what I'm saying about go ahead and go ask your God to protect you now. That man that keeps typing with his hands and writing with a pen and slapping his gums. I know I'm slapping mine right now, but I ain't talking about. I'm only the messenger. I'm only puff pass. I'm rolling right now as I'm surfing through. I ain't holding on to shit here, motherfuckers. Ain't mine. Nope. Just passing on through. I'm a surfboard. Tick tock. Tick tock, motherfuckers. Tick tock. Boom. Just kidding. Look who stepped in the room. I don't know if you felt that go up in the chest and then come back down. If you're energetically connected and can and are like I don't and we're in different moments in time here, like as we're all but again, right, waves hit when they hit. So yeah, again that dang asteroid belt, right? them asteroids. Anybody named Astrid up in here? My beautiful daughter has a beautiful friend named Astrid. Oh, kitty. Like Astrid the asteroid. And then so what happened through past, right? We just had Halloween, witch trials, Salem witch trials, etc. Has man, meaning masculine, the thought of anything, and right, power, knowledge is power. The thought of something, not always condemned or right, taken from, right? Once emotion, once a mother, once a slut, once a wife, once a maid, once a waitress, once a slave, once a receptionist, once a sister, once a friend, once something to like someone to batter like a bitch, like a dog, and just yell at until they stay in its cage and be able to come and go whenever they want and like right leave you there like a dog to wait for them to come back. So that's masculine dominance, right? We've been in the patriarchy and we've all participated in such natures for a long time, thinking we know better than our intuitive emotional bodies and not allowing ourselves to really feel, right, what's really going on truthfully. Now we've been running around naked in the garden. Oh, now that's when God's like, yo, can you stand the fuck still? I see you. You're making me dizzy running around. I'm about to snatch you up. Freeze. But you don't gotta be embarrassed and scared, okay? Let me say that. Totally. Okay. Oh, naked. He just said it too. That's fine. Here we go with the loop again. We've had a heart stone. So we're circumcising the heart chakra. Snipping, snip, snippity, snip, clippity, clip, clop, cutting and puppeteering strings and wires. Because Geppetto, after all, did want Pinocchio to become a real boy, right? But we got to go through the motions. It's like in school. Are you a caged animal when we're in school? You could kind of do what you want, right? But you can't go off grounds, especially. I think when we're in like nursery school or anything, or if I say fire, you got to be accounted for. So, are you a prisoner? We may feel like it at times while we're in school. However, no, we're there with our friends to learn to socialize. School's not that. It's not all bad either. Nothing all bad. How we use it and how our people and we have been using things as a system or to force others to think or feel that they should go a certain way or else. I think we need to leave more options open so that we all have ability to get to where we need to go rather than trying to make and force only 2 or 3 directions and say that that's what it is. And that's okay. Again, just because somebody says that's what it is, doesn't mean that's what it is. It's like, okay, I so acknowledge and appreciate that point of view and those options. It's like when you go to make a deal, it's like, or get a job or someone's making you an offer, right? To promote whatever you're trying to sell or share, so to speak. Bring out, birth into the public, into the community, into the collective, whatever you're birthing. Are you just going to sign with anybody? Are you just going to go get the first house you look at? Or are you going to look around a little? And even though somebody gives you an option or tries to say, well, you know, it's going to go really quick. Well, that's what a salesman does. You're going to go buy a car, or we can give you this really good deal. They're going to try to talk you into getting it now. They want to make the sale. They want you to, right? Pick me, right? So what position are we all playing at what time or another? All depends on what moment in time we're in, right? So when we can relate, it's like, okay, wait, I don't got to make a decision right now, because sometimes something may look good, but then when we're like, just because we didn't make a decision, because we're going to allow time and space to process and just let that energy be what it is a little. Just by doing that, we're making room. So we just added another room into the hotel where they say Jesus and Mary and Joseph. There was no room in the inn. But we just added a room. We just made more space. Because we just didn't jump into that box and that contract that we were offered by that salesman. Doesn't mean a salesman bad. Doesn't mean that that was the better or worse deal we could have gotten. It just means we made room. So what comes next? It depends, right? As long as we're not codependent upon what we're presented with or what our goal is, that we don't get too attached to, right, what we think the finish line is, or the offer that seems golden, like a golden opportunity, but maybe a trap. See, there also is a snake around his foot. Right. So depending on how we're allowing ourselves to think and feel or be entrapped, right? N-key and N-lil, N-slave. Now, key is the first, one of the first names of our earth, right? Balance is key, 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 key. So we can come from the center. We can come from a scattered place, because if we've been abused again or harmed, which we all have in one form or another, again, big hugs to the policemen and the soldiers and any warrior or any fighter, because if you were fighting, you've been hurt. And if you've been hurt, you have pain that needs to heal. And have you allowed yourself to go through those things in order to heal? Or are you still trying to chase demons and ghosts? Zombie, zombie, zombie. What's in your head? Right? You still having fights and tanks and bombs going off in your head? You still want to fight? Do you still feel like you have to fight to survive? A lot of us can make us feel that way right now. There's a lot of things being thrown out there that can definitely, right, bring on, what's perception? Rain, sweat. It can bring the perception and feeling of fear, right? Is Zeus not the father element of Perseus? How many Jesuses and Christs are there? Jesus Christ. Elohim. Elohim means plural, yeah? Right? El, like in Spanish, that's like the, right? Oh, feminine. Him. Big mishmash mixture of Swedish schmack and schmash. Swedish meatballs. Doopy doopy doo. Oh, remember the Muppet Show? I fucking loved the doctor. Remember Bleecker? You always freak out. Ah! Oh, Lord. And the two dudes that were always in the freaking in the theater making fun of everybody, the critics. They're like, oh. So no more fighting about like, yo, stop with the prejudice bullshit and the racism, yo. We're one fucking race of beings, okay? We're one race of people. We're a people. Are we people? We're all beings that deserve every right to be here and right the ability to fly, swim, crawl, walk, run without being threatened that we have to pay or that we're going to get a ticket for being. Like who the fuck appointed you judge? And if you out writing scribes and false prophets and writing tickets, again, do unto others how you would like done to you. I don't care what man told you to fucking do. As like, yo, there's a balance that needs to be acquired. So, right? That's the price you pay. If you're trying to nail people to the cross, Roman soldiers, if you're roaming around, well, don't forget, there's bigger fish than you swimming behind you. They want me to remind you. So make sure that your checks and balances are in standard order and you're coming from a balanced place and you're not using your knowledge and power and position to take advantage of another, because that puts you in the position of one of the fallen ones coming into the daughters of men. And that ain't going to go so well with them. And they're out right now hunting ancestors. And if you ain't coming correct and representing your bloodline and your etc., they're going to cut you from it. That ain't no joke. Not at motherfucking all. And right, King James, KJ, there's different initials that go that way. Backwards, Satan says JK. Just kidding. Hey, hey, hey. Right? So, again, not that those, I'm not making a joke out of that book. However, be real careful who you are appointing and electing to represent you. You, soldier boy, I tell you. Boy, oh boy. Spirit ain't playing today, yo. They never, they are, and they never, you know, it's like spirit comes direct and is extremely playful. But if you fuck around again, it's like, oh yeah, no, you get time out. There ain't no like, I'm gonna get you, sucker, and there's no threat here. With it's like, no, it is what it is, and IS, right? IS, and you in the middle. So you have to be able to balance. Are you coming from again? Oh, right, let's read too. Moons and Libra. Are you coming from the center of those scales so that you're balanced out? Because if not, if you're right, don't tip the waiter. If you're coming from a position of ill intention and your frequency ain't matching your vibe, Jekyll and Hyde, it's all good. Just know, right, that they see you, Adam and Eve, and they're going to tell you, step aside. Just like when a cop pulls you out, it's like, wait, come over here, right? You're going to get spoken to by spirit and the ancestors, and they're going to show you what they see you doing that needs to be corrected and worked on. Party, get a ticket. You wanted to party, now you got to pay the price. So whatever they bring to you, they're going to show you, and it may not be so nice. However, again, like the title says, pain is pleasure and pleasure is pain. So once we're able to see through the pain of what we've done to ourselves and others and dig past the boo-boo of how that makes us feel and all the thoughts and negative feelings that we have surrounding that, we get our shovel, we start digging ourselves out of that dirt, and we learn how strong the fuck we are. And then we start to swim. We throw that shovel away and realize we're in water and that we can swim. Man, it's coming. See, spirit always turn a good corner. You may get we may get taken up, down, all around, down through the fucking valley of the shadow of doubt, and then it's like what? And then it's like hold on. See, this is where you got to hold on, have faith, and allow, because it's going to happen numerous times. Darkening of the soul. I'm taking you through little bits and increments of such nature. They're letting me, right? So that's what we're traveling through right now, right? We're traveling through. That's how we do. So when we go through dips that are very scary, Bloody Mary, very scary, Carrie, yeah, no, this too shall pass. That's where you muster up the faith. If you had to close your eyes, this is where you stay in the dark. You come to that sweet spot in the center when you can make the thoughts and the feelings stop best you can, or just know, whoa, and allow, because you just said, okay, I'm gonna allow, I'm gonna keep going. I know it's scary, but I'm gonna keep going. I don't know how, but I'm gonna do it. And then I think I can. All of a sudden you come around a corner and you get shot up out of that deep, nasty, dark abyss, and they shoot you up out like a volcano, right? Like out the whale, right? Spirit and that's where Gaia, Uranus work together, right? Uranus. So Spirit and Holy Spirit, Holy Ghost also, yeah, work together also, you know, in harmony. Always a balance, no matter what. And if you deny something that's on the opposite side of your pole, you decided to become a leper. That's all. Just let's say it's like, oops, shit. So it's okay. Now just be like, okay, whoa. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't know. So now you recognize it. And that's all you got to say. And then little by little, that's why everything's in a loop. We start to recognize until, right, we get our walking feet, right, or our license to drive. We get a little more knowledge on how to gain that gift that we're using, or whatever it is we recognized to become, right, to balance, that we have to work on in order to create more balance within. So we're right, master, a magician, alchemist. We're working with spirit and our physical nature, natural being, all this, right? All these words and terms that we use that we call language, Babylon, right? We keep babbling on like I have been now for almost 3 hours. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm actually going to take off in a sec because I gotta make some lemon water. And yeah, 3 hours is enough. 3 days, 3 hours, 3 strikes. Oh, I have tea right here I made yesterday. Yay. I made green tea with elderberry. So fucking good. And I put burdock and maca up in there. And agave, per usual. Those are my 3 staples I usually throw in there. And I got to get more burdock root. I'm out. I only have like a half a teaspoon left. Using it very gingerly. So I'm going to read about Moon in Libra. If it's still there. Are you still there? Are you still there? Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Yo, I really love and appreciate every one of you. And I'm so grateful for, again, your time, your presence, your energy, vibing out with me, going through the thick and the thin, right? The good, the bad, and the ugly, motherfuckers. We ain't judging. We just going through. That's all we can do. All right, so we got November 2nd. I'll just show you what I'm on moon calendar, astro seek, astral plane. Need some lube. And we're reading about November 2nd. The moon's in Libra. It's waning crescent. It's 7 degrees Libra. So maybe we'll read. You know what? I'm going to probably pop back on and just do a thing about that. But I'll read this quick and then I'm on the part. You might have a strong need for balance and harmony now. You probably desire to keep things nice rather than venturing into fundamental questions in order not to disturb the peace. Okay, and so as Polly, right, upholding peace and justice. So right, but and so sometimes we hold back and it's like, oh, if I say that, then I'm gonna cause, right? I'm gonna ruffle feathers. I'm gonna cause ripples and waves. It's like, well, we don't want to cause ripples and waves necessarily, unless we need to, and we're being guided to. And be careful what you're being guided by, if that's the case, right? Double check, triple check, and have discernment throughout that decision best you can. Yeah. Again, unless it's like, yeah, disclaimer. Again, like before I come out, it's like, yo, I don't know what the fuck I'm about to spit out this fucking venom mouth before I get up here. So kindly take what resonates and leave the rest. And if you don't like it or you get triggered, that's cool. I'm not getting upset, but don't get all upset and come attacking me because whoa. I may see things that are not nice and that come out like nasty and they may sound like an attack upon something, but it's like, whoa, that's just coming out raw, natural, and real. And I'm not making it all perfect and pretty for you first, okay? This is raw, real, live. That's why it's a live feed. It's like that's it. That's it. It is what it is. Yeah. Okay. So disturbing the peace. Yeah, learning to not be a passive aggressive, codependent, alcoholic, immature, emotional motherfucking biatch. Music stopped. You must learn to share your good and bad feelings. Exactly. Do not be afraid to be who you really are. Woo woo. Despite what is expected of you, or what you think is expected of you, or how you think someone else is going to feel or react, or then blah, 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 blah. We go in all these and then we keep ourselves stagnant and stuck instead of instead of allowing movement, like we were saying. So it's tricky. And at the same time, right? Keep it simple, silly. Right? KISS acronym, KISS. Keep it simple, silly. Or sweetheart. Okay. Or we can say that not nice word, but I don't like that word. I learned it as keep it simple, stupid. But I don't like saying that. It's like, why do we want to call ourselves that? Keep it silly, sweet. Keep it silly. Yeah. Keep it simple. Keep it silly. Right? Sweetheart. Silly. Okay. So also the organs that are influenced by the moon sign, by the moon being in Libra, are the kidneys, the ureter, URETER, the urinary bladder, the veins, which we were discussing, and the skin. So super cool. 7 degrees. Do I have Sabian? Let's see. 7 degrees Libra, right? I said. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Computer thing. Stop that. Won't let me go up. Okay, there we go. Ah. I'm so bad at this. I'm still learning how to get around this Apple computer. It makes me nuts. Seriously, you have no idea. I'm fucking having a really hard time right here. I just clicked out my screen. Thank you. Oh, here we go. There we are. I got it. Oh my gosh. Talk about getting stuck. I'm like, hey, let me out. All right. Sabian symbol, 7 degrees Libra. I'm going to pop it up in here. Let's see. Bear with me. Bear with me. Sabian symbol, Libra. 7-degree Libra. General. Okay, and I definitely got to change this tune. Oh. It's like, right? Okay. Excuse me. Okay, phase 187, Libra, 7 degrees. A woman feeding chickens and protecting them from the hawks. Keynote, the need to face the antagonism of powers of darkness. Bam. As one attempts to feed the mind of as yet helpless and frightened apprentices. Oh my God, so fucking good. This is like learning from the wizards, right? So again, like, yeah. Oh my God, so good. So like, yeah. And Merlin got, like, he got in a lot of trouble too. Look what just came up on the cross holding money. You see that? It's like the scarecrow or Jesus on the cross, right? Stuffed with money on, or whatever you want to relate that to. Straw man. Oh, that sound. Horrific. Blood, water, grandson. I never heard of them either. Cool. Represent. Or dance song. Okay, so wait, this is so super fucking cool. So, right, apprentice, being a helpless, frightened apprentice. So we're all freaking out, and we're all in a right scared state of unknowing, which isn't okay. It's an okay place to be, babies. 1244, and I mean that in the best way, baby, like metaphysical mama, babes. It's okay. Okay. The most basic law of our universe is that every release of new potentialities or modes of energy, which, oh, it's so good. I was like talking about all the different modes of energy. And yo, I have that. I'm not going to get into it right now because I'm going to do another video on that because this one's already 3 hours. But modes of energy and the distant systems that we own and operate and that come from within and without, and there's different systems, right? Systems that we also participate in and engage with. So it's like, right, there's a lot of different wheels and mechanisms, right? Mechanics going on here, right? All right. So cool. And again, right, emotion. I wrote this in the bottom of the description. I didn't even read this first. I was totally on fucking Leo in my Sabian symbols, not Libra. So fucking cool. Yeah, the different modes of energy, the different, right, emotion is one, magnetism, different ways and systems that the energy travels through, right? Right. So anyway, blah, blah. Let's just let me so hard for me to ever read just a few sentences. Spirit takes me like jumping and diving into rabbit holes, surfing all over the place. I end up way far out in left field. Angels in the outfield, and then they gotta come swim me back in, put me back in my body. They're like, here you go. You left again. Thank you. All right. So the most basic law of our universe is that every release of new potentialities, right, or modes of energy, brings about a polarization of effects. That is, the new potentiality will be used both for construction and destruction, right? Like the word God, acronym wise, is generator, operator, destroyer, right? Generate and destroy. generate, operate, destroy. Kali Ma or Shiva is also, right? They're gods of destruction and creation, right? So we're always killing something in order to move on to something else and birth another thought, or right on, be in the next moment, make another room, right? Right? Or Satan, heaven and hell, and the devil as well. Don't forget he got away. Ooh. Truth though, truth be told. Ah, hell. All right, here we go again. Jumping through fucking lightning loops. Okay. So that the new potentiality will be used for both construction and destruction. It will arouse individuals or groups and nations to take a series of steps. Series, right? We can watch a series. Ceres is also a dwarf planet, right? On the other side of the asteroid belt or the Van Allen belt. I'm not quite sure. Maybe both. NASA, can we get a straight answer? Forward, never straight, they said. To take a series of steps which lead some to greater success and others to deeper failure. That's why you got to keep swimming and we can't look back, right? Like Boston, don't look back. Or like Lot's wife was told, don't look back, Sodom and Gomorrah. Just keep going. Or Orpheus was told, don't look back. Hades let him take Eurydice back up into the right living world, but he got scared and he looked back. He went back. Lots of us, right? Divine feminines are dealing with that, right? Abraham or Adam, just Abraham that decided to go fuck another bitch and say, she told me it was okay, right? Blame the woman. No, we did it. But if that's what you're going to do, we're not going to freaking control and fucking stop you either, are we? We ain't coming running after you. You made a decision. Don't say you made a mistake. No, you made a decision. Big fucking difference. How we slice that cake. Or pie. 3.14. Psi. All right. It will arouse individuals or groups and nations to take a series of steps, which will lead some to greater success and others to deeper failure. And you can always come back up. It's like once we acknowledge who we're trying to stab and what we're like, it's like, wait, hold on a second, right? Would I like that done to me? You know, if someone's behaving a certain way, can we always prove it? That's like when someone's getting emotionally abused and etc. We can't always prove what someone's doing or saying. And then they hold material values over our heads or make it look like we're overreacting or doing so, right? Like saying something that's, so I'm aware of all that, right? We're all aware. We all got it. We all got the memo. We're all in. So when someone's trying to Cthulhu shit, you know, make it appear one way, but their intention is not, again, matching the vibration of the skin they're wearing, right? It's seen, but it's not seen. We feel it and we see it and we're aware of it. And you can't really, like, it's, you can't put your finger on it and say, like, that's the card with the Crowley star. The thought, right? This is a feather, like right, like here, like that came off of right a bird in at some point, right? There it is. It was plucked off a bird. I don't know how, but here's the feather. Did it fall off or was it taken off? And they'll say, "Oh, we found it," but meanwhile, they're the ones that chopped the fucking head off the bird and plucked all its feathers off. I don't know, you know. So that's what I'm talking about. That. Different when we find something in spirit and Mother Nature brings something to us, and when we just decide to take it upon ourselves, right, to the grave, which, right, don't matter where you buried something. It'll always be found and brought up to the surface for us all to witness. Motherfucking clowns. Anyway, whoever makes possible this new release has to accept the karma of both the success and the failure. Exactly. Right? Some are going to understand and they're going to attack. And it's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. So are you going to attack back? Right? Sometimes we get a little, that's what I was saying, right? Sometimes we act out. We're that little brat or that bull that goes charging, right? So it's like, yo, I'm sorry. I was out of my fucking mind and going through some shit, right? Acknowledge it. If you acknowledge it, that's a start. You're starting somewhere rather than trying to make it somebody else's fault or make it look like somebody else did something and you're the victim when you're running around with the fucking gun and the needle and whatever, shooting your mouth off, acting like you're remaining silent, right? We call bullshit. Just saying. Who got receipts? Damn, they burned them in the fire, didn't they? Or they just defaced them or smashed them. Anyway, all right. When Jesus showered his immense love upon lukewarm, self-centered individuals, it inevitably came to be turned into violent hatred when these soul minds were unable to cope with its frightening intensity. So true. So we go a little more gentle. That's why it says kindly, gently, kindly, kindly, take what resonates and leave the rest. And why I don't force myself upon everybody's platform and everybody's face and etc. Because when it's the right time and the right place, right, that's when the teacher appears. That's when we receive the messages we need to receive, however that may be. And that I do, I trust, I have faith in. More than that, I have faith, period. So it's not that I disrespect others in the sense like I don't care. All I do is care from coming from my right. However, yeah, at the same, I can't allow another's feelings, like we're just reading, to dictate my movement or my stag nation. Everybody wants to be a stag, right? What a drag. Stags wanting to be queens. No problem. Just let us pass. Kindly. Or let us party with, like, we ain't even, like, it's like, or just like chill so like everybody could vibe out. But if you don't want to vibe out with us, we're not trying to hold you up either. We would just like to pass through. Right? I mean, that's all. Is that okay? Are we allowed? Do we have your permission? Or do you want to be, right, God King, police officer, Jekyll Hyde, Dracula, and then play pretend and disappear, right? Like, which is it? Don't come attacking us when you're not coming from a position, right? That's why it's called, right, the Mad King, which is dangerous. That makes that being dangerous to self and others. Don't worry about us over here. We're not coming at you. We're just passing through and being in our now moments. We're not trying to twist, turn, or force anything. But those that want to keep playing fucking 3-card Monty and playing pretend and acting as if their key to the street is the magic skeleton key, well, I'm not going to be the one that has a bone to pick with you, but someone somewhere in between time and space will. whatever that is, right? It's like, I ain't got nothing to do with me. Again, it's like, I already have my keys. I'm just swimming. Why are you trying to catch me with your hook or in your net and then label me and call me names and put a price on me and chop me up and sell my meat to others to eat? Cannibals. Right? That's a better question. Just asking. I don't need an answer though. I don't want one. I just want to get by. Like, I would just like to live and exist. And then I know I'm good. As long as I am here, that's all. That's all I need to know. Like, I'm full of love. But anything that's trying to get caught, anything that's right, it's like if you're trying to catch me and attack me, but then yet you don't want to be with me and communicate with me, well, wait, what are you doing? You're the one that's hunting. What are you hunting for? And do you have a license for that? I don't know. Okay, let's move on. All right, so when Jesus showered his immense love upon lukewarm, self-centered individuals, okay, and it's scary, right? When we start to get our belief system knocked out of place, it's like, what the fuck are you saying? And right, so all compassion and serious, like, love to that, because it's a lot. It is a lot. That's where it's like, right, Jesus become Lucifer. You get lit up. And then it seems like, right, you're taught, what do they say? You're talking through a Beelzebub, which is demonic. So it's like, okay, but all those are parts of. And if it's like, hold on, well, wait, which demon are you acting out in? Arnias? I don't know. Okay. Okay, so self-centered individuals, it inevitably came to be turned into violent hatred, which again is immature alcoholic behavior. Coming attacking us all fucking drunk. It's like, whoa, you're the one that drank the fucking punch, right? Trying to come punch us. You're the one that drank the Kool-Aid. You better chill. Oh, nice. When these soul minds were unable to cope with its frightening intensity, kind of where we're at right now, right? Right? Same story. Same old story. Same old song and dance. Jesus had to accept spiritual responsibility for those who crucified him. No, he doesn't. Again, that's why it says, kindly take what resonates and leave the rest. If you decided to allow that to ruffle your feathers and you decided to make a decision to come attack or to have a gang to stalk upon another, no. You better accept whatever challenge you just entered into, because you just entered the dragon, my friends. All right. At this second stage, we witness the contrast between the ideal situation envisioned clearly by the creative consciousness, first stage, and what it will be in actual operation. 101. We in it. Oh, we in it. Oh, we knee deep in the shit. Tales from the hood. Little Red Riding's hood. Except I got a black one on today, like the Reaper. All right. I play. Key. All right. Ain't you Jesus too? Or are you the devil? I don't know. Which one is he? Oh, snap. All right. At this second stage, we witness the contrast between the ideal situation envisioned clearly by the creative consciousness, first stage, what it will be in actual operation, thus the forever present struggle involved in making it possible or the future-oriented actualizers of an ideal to survive the attacks of tradition, worshiping minds that can only follow the lines of automatic response, right? The keynote is, oh, guardianship, right? See it there. The keynote is guardianship. So do we have guardian angels, archons, and etc. that watch over us? Higher conscience? Are we right? Is not the foster parents and the government are right? The capital G's, the big gang leaders. But have they not protected us and protected our treasure all this time and let us be like crazy and run all over the earth like little rebellious, right? Haven't we been allowing all each other to do that? And it's like, oh, this one, this one, right? Fucking hell yeah, absolutely. Are we not all in this together? Yeah, absolutely. Do we not have all one another's back? Front, all sides? Inside, outside, come around. Who's that? Brown. Okay, 326. Can you believe it? I can't. Anyhow, I'm so grateful because I could never possibly write all this information down, right? And I play with a lot of the words that, right, we use, because that's what we supposed to do. That's what we as a people need to dissect and stop thinking so much, right, about being correct. That's right. That's wrong, right? Exactly what it said. Like the first thing we read about the moon degree. Where you at, Moony Moon? Right? That also confirmed, like, right, you might have a strong need for balance and harmony now. You probably desire to keep things nice. So let's just sit, pray, pretend. We don't want to make anybody upset, right? That kind of behavior. Which again, all gratefulness to that. However, we all have to like do our little parts to like, we don't want to hurt others' feelings, but at the same time, we have to create safe boundaries for ourselves so we're not allowing energy vampires and parasites to suck off our energetic field because they can't handle the truth. Okay. So we don't have to push it, but right, push it good. However, we don't have to allow ourselves to be pin cushions and dolls and slaves and right whores. And I'm saying this in verbal form, verb, right, and action, right? Like when we're acting out in these different mannerisms, different states of being, it's like if I'm not being true to myself, if I sell myself short, I'm I'm prostituting myself. If I'm doing something that I don't believe in, like if somebody's like, oh, you can make a lot of money, but if I don't believe in that and I don't feel that in my heart, it's like with all good, like all due respect, that's just not for me. And I'm not going to judge you because that might be the position that you need to play in this stage of life, right? But for me, right now, that's like, no, that's not, that ain't in vibration with me. That's all. Why do we have to have an argument? Why do we have to have a fight? Why do we have to try to prove who's wrong or right? Why can't you just let, right, bygones be bygones and be gone? Or let me be gone? What the fuck? It's like if somebody comes into your store and they don't want to buy something, you're going to lock the door and hold them hostage inside your store until they buy something with money, and then you're going to also overcharge them and rape them before you let them leave. I mean, you already raped them. You might as well, right? Physically do it now too, right? That made you feel like a man. Manly Palmer, Paul. What is that? I love Manly Palmer. I ain't got nothing against Manly Palmer Hall. Or any of the of right scribes, writers throughout time. I quite enjoy, right, gathering and reading and acquiring all the knowledge and right allowing it to flow as I go. And I don't need to retain it and remember it. right? And am I able to also use those words, names, and labels to, right? Ching, ching, shot, take a shot to, right? Shoot some shit out of my mouth to be playful with in order to plant a seed. And however, again, that takes you, that's where it takes you. What did I say? I do or I don't like Manly Palmer today. I can go lots of different ways just with the name of that. Manly Palmer Hall. Pop goes the weasel and the weasel goes pop. So I guess lots of cool stuff coming out today too, right? Because we got the Thoth deck, and Mr. Crowley, and yeah, lots of things coming up from the right Naboo Abyss, the Under. Yeah, shit's about to get shaken up in a real way, yo. Yeah. Shake, 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 Sinora, shake your body line. Oh, and yeah, I think that's it for now, guys. I don't know. I could keep talking and talking and talking, right? Or a babble. Bubbles on. Bobble, bobble. I could babble forever. However, I do have other things I need to tend to, such as drinking some water with lemon. So let's open our throat chakras, open your heart, and remember who you are from the very, very start, which is just, right? Not nothing, but no thing you can put your finger on and claim and say and label today or any day or night, or especially put a price tag on, because that shit just ain't right. So with that, I leave you with love and I bid you adieu. And I so appreciate, for real, guys, I appreciate your time and energy hanging out with me. It's been a nutty one. But after all, we all mad here. It gets nutty in Wonderland once you start diving down those rabbit holes. So remember to have a sense of humor as you develop your many senses that we're all, right, swimming through the murky waters to get to the surface. Yeah, from within. You got to dive in order to swim through and out. Yeah. So remember that and have no doubt. There's always love. Yeah. Always. There's always love. That sounded so cheesy. But it's true. All right, boo boos. Almost 333 in. That's pretty perfect. I don't know. And it's 110. And yeah, thanks. Please hit the, please subscribe, like, hit the bell, share, comment, and hang out next time if you can. I'm gonna try to do a shorter one as well. All right. Mwah. One love, peace. Thank you. Later, guys. And hey, yeah, no attacking. Jeez, that's really scary, that shit. Come on. Have we not gotten past that? Everybody's like, ugh, ugh, ugh. Yo, negative reactions. Cut it out. Stop. Slow down. All right. One love. So much peace. Mwah. Find your pieces.